You know what? I'm gonna start this off with the question for you, since we're gonna talk about music, because I remember when you recently showed me that one music you showed me. I think it was like a new screamo, right? With that one band.
Which band?
Uh, it was the one with the female leading that had like she was like calming, and then she had like the very deep voice.
Oh my God. Oh God.
So my question,
The song's called Pisces, by the way.
oh my
That's
bad.
what the song's called.
Okay.
I think it's called Ginger, but
Yeah.
with a J.
Okay.
Ginger.
Ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question to you, because I know you've listened to a lot of like more like rock, punk, like a little bit emo like style, right?
Yeah.
Have you slowly transitioned to like more of like the with that art with more of the ginger, more like screamo style, or are you still used to the more of the old school?
Honestly, it's more like what my mood is in.
Uh huh.
Honestly, because one minute I can listen to like a bunch of emo bands that I listened to in high school, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I want to listen to some screamo, someone screaming in my ear all day.
Uh huh.
Because when I worked in a warehouse, that's what I listened to.
Yeah.
But one day's like, let me listen to Good Charlotte, The Used, and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I'm listening to Ginger, Soilwork, and all these other bands. I'm like, it depends on my mood.
Yeah.
If I,
I
I
get you.
don't know.
Yeah, well, I think because with I understand that because I will also think of it as a mood as well. The only difference with me was that before I started listening more rock than anything else I would listen to. I would listen to like almost like area music, like pretty much like as in that like you know how like Snoop Dogg, Tupac,
Oh
uh
yeah,
so basically with that it's basically because the origin of the music they made it is always from here. Because of course, if you don't know, Snoop Dogg is from Long Beach, California, which is not far from where I
hmm
live. And everyone knows Tupac was originally from New York, but he loved California more than his hometown of New York. So majority of the songs I've ever listened to, like what's a good example, like California Love, like with Dr. Dre, everyone loved,
yeah.
that one. And then also like some art, like with R&B as well, like Summertime in the LBCU with Little Rob.
hmm
So things like that, but it's only like native origin. Like if anything involving like my hometown of like California, I'm just sticking with it. And majority of it's all hip hop. So I didn't transition to like emo, rock until like of course I had to go to that phase in middle school.
Of high school. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
middle
middle
school.
school. Mine was high school.
See my
Mine was high school because that was the early like 2000s. So like
well,
you listen either to rap and R&B, or you listen to Blink 182, The
well,
Used, Yellow Card, and all
okay.
these emo bands. You were either one or the
Well,
other.
okay. Well,
And
the funny thing is that like the top that like when I grew up, like I said, I listened to hip hop, but I listened more to oldies from like the Art LeBeau, like all the albums from Art LeBeau, like the Temptations,
uh-huh.
was it Ray Davis, all these old, all these big name, artists that everyone knew back, in their time from like the 80s and 70s, and you got this person over here who's from like barely born in the 90s listening to this over like, oh, you should be listening to like some gangster rap music from like Ice Cube, NWA, stuff like that came around the time of the 90s. So it was kind of weird, even though like me growing up in the suburbs as well, it was like kind of like I know some people have their own taste in music, but for some reason, growing up, oldies like from like the 80s and 70s were like my jam, like my bread and butter. Then once I got into like kind of like growing up like around 10, like around 9, 10 years old, and I just listened to hip hop. I was like, "Oh, I want money. I want to smoke weed. I want to, I want to bang."
Of course.
It's all that stuff.
Yeah,
You know, like, I want to be like this
of course.
artist. I want to be cool. Stuff like
I
that,
mean,
right?
when we were younger, I felt like I didn't have a choice of what I listened to.
Yeah,
Because my mom was a big country fan and Elvis fan,
yeah.
so I grew up with country, like old school country, like well, my old school country
Oh, okay.
is like Reba McEntire, Tim
Yeah,
McGraw, Garth Brooks, Shania Twain.
yeah,
Like I grew up with them, so they could be in my, in my playlist here and there. But like after a while, I started like I follow people. Like then I started following my sister's music, which was In Sync and
yeah.
Spice Girls and stuff like that. And then I just like my sister again, I followed her again, and she's like, I'm into like she got to that phase again. She's like, I'm into Linkin Park, and I'm like, let me hear this because it's kind of like rap and rock. So we're
uh,
like, we were kind of into rap and rock maybe a little bit,
yeah,
and all of a sudden it went downhill from there. Honestly,
yeah. I got you.
it like because she was like, I listen to somebody, and she still listens to rap and stuff. Me, I'm like. I'm gonna listen to Korn. I'm gonna listen to Limp Bizkit. I'm gonna listen to Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
Like I went down this horrible hill of like I love rock, and then I started listening to classic rock like
yeah,
AC/DC, Metallica. My mom's favorite. She tells me is Led Zeppelin, so I started listening to Led Zeppelin. But AC was always my go-to.
yeah,
Honestly, I love AC/DC. To be
yeah.
honest,
Yeah, I think that I slowly that's where like kind of like the development was. But like, back to what I was saying, how in middle school it was kind of like hard. It was kind of like hard for me. But I think you could probably relate to this because the reason why I say that was in middle school, like there was like a time and change for like when pop culture became a thing. Like for instance, like anime, all these things, people loving anime, cartoons, all these stuff, right?
yeah.
Like back then, people have like they're very judgmental. Like, oh, this person likes what is it called, Naruto? What's that? What's Naruto? Or like all this stuff, right? And they don't know what it is, and they tell you like, oh, it's basically like this animated show, but they won't think it's anime. They'll think it's all like
No, that's a cartoon.
cartoon. You're
They
like
Yeah, it was
you're
a
this old
cartoon,
and you're
yeah.
watching cartoons
In
and
cartoon,
and
yeah.
of course like nowadays if you were to say it to in this type of community, be like, excuse me,
Yeah,
you
I still watch it. What the fuck are you talking
yeah,
about? I like
and
yeah,
second of
I'll
all, it's
watch
not
cartoons.
cartoon, it's called anime.
Yeah,
Get that shit
anime.
right.
It's a completely different genre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but besides the whole point, but
completely
like
different
with
genre.
the addition of that, there was always the music. And, going back to what you're saying, how like you listen like Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, right?
Yeah.
The band before I started liking Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, AC/DC, all that stuff. My first band, on honest to God, it was Simple Plan, and
Yeah,
with
you told me. Yeah.
Simple
Yeah.
Plan was like the first ever band I liked. But if I were to say this to people like back then, they'd be like, "Who the fuck is Simple Plan?"
Simple Plan. Yeah.
And everyone who Simple Plan did like they came out for intros for cartoons and shit. If I were to tell them like that, oh, I would have been destroyed. They would bully me till the day
Yeah.
I died. So I had to keep it secret and had to like resort to like my younger day, like, oh, I like Ice Cube, NWA, Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Biggie, all
Yeah,
these.
you're from California. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, especially living in
Philly's the same
California.
way though.
Huh?
Philly can be the same way though. I feel like hip hop is big in California and in Philly, but also rock is too.
Yeah.
Feel like we're two different genres
Yeah,
here.
it was
Different
hard.
sounds.
Like I know how to maneuver, but at the same time, I felt like one slip up and I'll been screwed. Because there were times where like, I,
You're supposed to be listening to this kind of
yeah,
music. What are you doing,
yeah,
sir? Like, what are you doing, sir? You're like, no, I like Simple Plan.
yeah,
I
and
know how I
you're trying to
feel.
like blend in. That like you're like blending in, and in hostile territory. I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, simple playing, and you walk by your friends, Snoop Dogg, like, going on
Yeah,
your
pretty
way.
much. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like change genres until like I left middle school and got into high school. But even in high school though, like not with
What
dealing with
year
the
was that?
huh
You going into high school?
it
What
was
year?
2008. I went in my freshman year, 2008.
Oh my god, I'm so old.
Oh, pff, no, hey, no,
I graduated high school in 2007.
hey, don't say that because I'm still thinking about it, and it's been like 11, like a good 11 years since I've been
Oh
out.
my god, so you're thinking of middle school, like, the early 2000s, yeah.
Yeah, like basically, yeah,
Yeah,
because that's when every like all like different big names were coming into play from every genre. Like you said, like NSYNC was in
yeah.
play, Backstreet Boys in play,
Yeah, it was,
Spice
like,
Girls,
boy
everyone was in
band.
literally
It
every
was
band that we all knew, they were in play during my time.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
it was a big, like, in the 90s, it was a big, like, even early 2000s
mhm,
was big boy bands. And then, like, then you had, which funny, I started listening to Eminem out of nowhere.
mhm,
Like, and that's when my rebel phase came through. Like, I started listening to Eminem, Linkin Park, you know, all these, like, it was bad. Like, my Spice Girls and NSYNC days were over. But to be honest, nowadays I will still jam out to NSYNC and some Spice Girls if you give me a chance.
I
Like,
well I
don't even play.
well, I find it crazy because okay, so like there's one time like I think this happened yesterday when I was at work, right? I was at work, I was vibing, I was trying to get the day done. My coworker and I, for some reason, there was like a coworker in the back that's like a little gated area. Was like he always plays music. We were not allowed to have music because I guess the freaking supervisor, the other supervisor, was like saying like, oh, we cannot have people listening to music. I'm like, dude, this is a whole different section area, we're not bothering you, why are you gonna bring us with you? So pretty much like to fast forward to it, I was just like working, and sure enough I was listening to Perfect by Simple Plan, and I look up real fast, like it became a human camera looks like looking around. And I looked at my coworker, looking at me. I was like, "Did you hear that? I heard fucking Simple
you're
Plan."
you're
And
having
he was,
flashbacks in the bed.
yeah, and he literally like just pointed behind him. Is like, it's a coworker. I'm like, bro, this dude, like, and I'm like having like a rebel face on it. Like, dude, you do not know what pain feels like. Go slit your wrist or
Eyeliner comes
something.
out,
Go
eyeliner comes out, and the dark clothes come out.
I was like,
You ever see that TikTok, the guy's putting on his old hoodie and it has the hole in it, and all
uh,
of a sudden starts playing like an old emo song. He's like, "Oh God, what is this?" Like,
no,
that's how
oh
you
my,
feel.
no,
Like,
what's funny? I was thinking of doing that, but the funny thing was our supervisor in our department said they had restriction on clothing. They were cool with people wearing sweats and shorts, but they didn't want no one wearing like those rip pants that has like that goes to from their knees, like from their knees.
yeah,
They didn't want that, and I was like, I was gonna go to my emo phase again. I was so desperate.
okay, let me paint my nails with an eyeliner. Yeah, I was. If I could ever find a picture, yes, my pictures are photographs that are in actual, like, books,
Mhm.
so I'm pretty sure my mom has a picture of me in my really bad emo phase.
Oh god.
Black beanie, I mean black beanie. I or eyeliner like I was a fucking raccoon. Um, Black shirts. Every time, like, my mom was big on, like, doing laundry and separate laundry,
Yeah.
lights, colors, stuff like that. Nowadays we just throw in one. Anyways, everything, my laundry was all darks. Like, my mom's like, "You don't own a color shirt." I was like,
You're like, what
"But
color?
black is good on me." I love the color black. It's just me. It just fits my personality. It's my soul. Like, blah 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 blah. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you don't understand, mom.
Yeah. Well, like, what funny?
Like,
Well, like, I've actually had that kind of the sense where I remember one time where I went to I think I told you about this, but for others this is gonna be their first time he listens. So I remember I went to a Kmart when Kmart was around, bless their soul. We will always go. It was always me and my mom at the time. Never my sister. It was always me and my mom. We always walk around. You know, she always knows where to leave me. She always leave me in the in the electronic section because they always have their free demo video game section there.
Oh
So
yeah, of course. Yeah, I remember that.
and it was right next to like the clothing, for kids, men's, etc. So one time I remembered, I just remember just hearing my mom saying, "Oh, I'm about to go check out. We're about to head out. Let's go." So we head out. Well, I started slowly heading out, and I saw this amazing shirt that I stole immediately. I stole two shirts. One shirt had
Ooh,
the
my boyfriend's a criminal.
OG Stone Cold Steve Austin 316 on the skull, the big skull right in the front.
Ooh, ooh.
I wore I literally took like changed my shirt into that one, and I stuffed a retro Metallica shirt in my pants. And I even took out the tag. I ripped the tag out, so because so there's some tags that has the sensors at the time. So
Yeah.
I ripped the tag, put it on, I stuffed the other one down my pants, and I walked out. And then, and as I was walking out, this law, like, oh, look at me, I'm cool, I'm awesome, right? I get home, my mom sees me with the shirt, like, what's that? What's that? What are you wearing? I was like, oh, it's the Stone Cold Slushy shirt. I was like, no, not that. What's that? What's that you got there on your hand? Oh, look, it's a sick rock. Is the one where I think it's the one with has like a graveyard with the crosses. I think that's one of their
Yeah.
old album. I had
Nothing else
that.
matters
Yeah,
better.
it was a, and she was like, "What? No, no, give me that. No, that's mine. It's mine." And I was like, "Where'd you get it?" I said, "I got it at the store." Did you buy it?
No.
No. And then
Oops.
of course,
It
she
just fell in my hands,
so pretty
you
much
know?
she initially freaking whooped me, threw away the Metallica shirt, but I get to keep my Stone Cold. I was like, it was either Stone Cold or Metallica, and she took Metallica. I was like, God
Oh,
damn it,
nothing
mom.
Metallica. Aw.
Yeah, but that was like well, it was kind of like where the beginning started, but then it kind of like halted in high school because that's when I started listening to reggae, like Bob Marley, Ziggy
Yeah.
Marley, Sublime, all this. I was like, oh god. And thinking about this now, I was like, oh my god, I was a starting kit for being a pothead going to high school. Cause I, cause I did look, cause the only thing I did, and like I said, during my 4 years of high school, I never smoked. I never did like drugs or anything. All I did was drink. Like I was basically just an alcoholic from when I did high school. Was in high school. I didn't start smoking until like my sophomore or junior year, and because I did of course I hit the joint, and then I did tobacco for the first time. But that's with tobacco is basically things that jocks do, and me being in
Yeah.
was in baseball at the time, the sad part about I was peer pressured with doing it because at first I could ignore the kids, but when the coach peer pressure you, I'm like I have to do it. So
Oh,
so I did it. It was a cool experience for a while. Then and then the effects came in. I was getting lightheaded. I kind of yacked a little bit. So I was like, yeah, that was not gonna be fun. I'm never gonna
yeah.
do this shit again. So
Yeah. I tried cigarette once. Never
yeah,
again.
but during that whole entire time, I will always listen to freaking and this was stuck imprint in my head and it was happening. They would play it during practices. When we would do the gym, we would go to the gym at the school. Um, we would do he would play Buffalo Soldier, Redemption song. Um, there was this other song. Oh, Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. There was another one. There was another one by Sublime. I know by Sublime. But
I haven't listened to Sublime in like forever.
yeah, it
I
was
used to
yeah.
listen
But just this, I remember listening to that. I was just like, God, this is like, and I'm like high, like this crazy high. So I was like, oh my God, this is not good. This is not well for me to start up. So I would just okay. And I remember the time in practice, I'll be like, oh God, I am looking at freaking doubles. The grass look
to.
is tall as me, and freaking I'm listening to freaking Bob Marley just soothing with his voice. I'm just about to go fall asleep on the field right now. So I was just
Right.
and basically just after that I just became like this. I was like slowly turning to a pothead, and I just remember just listening. I was just like jamming out to reggae, just having the best time of my life, not giving a fuck about everybody. I was like, oh, bro, this is some shit, bro. I love it. It's like, man, it's like you need to chill out. Chill. I am chill. What about you? You're too negative, man. So,
I don't know.
so I,
Yeah.
yeah, and then I had to like change it up. I'm like, oh, I can't be doing this. This is too much for me. So, and then I was like that serious mode, especially because when I play sports, I was like, I had to be focused. I need focused music, and of course that's when rock made it back in, to my where I needed to be. So of course listening to Highway to Hell, Enter the Sandman. Just I remember just putting those on repeat, and then of course when I first heard Linkin Park from watching Transformers, the first Transformers movie, like I was like, who are these guys? I fucking love it. I had to get into this band. So once I saw Linkin Park and just I literally downloaded all of their albums into my LimeWire. Oh my god, the same LimeWire. Ugh,
Yeah.
ugh, oh god,
It
that
was that. It was that.
uh,
Pirate something. We use
uh,
pirate something
oh,
to
fuck.
download.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I remember.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember. I had the fun. I had that pirate one you said on my old computer, but it had a virus, so we had to
yeah,
get rid of that and got a new
yeah.
computer, and we
It
decided to
fucked up our
use
computer so
LimeWire.
bad.
We had to use LimeWire because it was more safer.
It fucked up our computer so bad because we
Mhm.
were trying to like download movies.
Yeah, and that was like the best meta
So
for
bad.
like when I had like my iPod Nano, my PSP at the time, and I was just like this. Oh my god, I was in love. And whenever I need burned CDs for friends, oh, I
Yeah,
remember having like a 50 stack where you could buy at at your local store for only like $5. I was just like,
yeah. The blank CDs
yeah,
to burn them. Yeah.
burner CDs,
My
man.
friend, my friend will go around and be like, "Give me a list of songs you want," and he's like, "And I'll burn it for a price." So he made like side
Mhm.
money
Yeah,
for burning CDs. He
and
burned me like at least a few,
the side
a
hustle, it was
few.
a side hustle, but you make money for that
Yeah,
though.
yeah. So he made like he burned CDs for us because I when I have like I couldn't afford the CDs. So I was like, can you download this band's album? And but at the time you didn't listen to the full album anymore.
Yeah,
Like you just like maybe like three songs
I got you.
out of the whole album. Dude, my whole CDs was weird. Like it
But
was it's like still like my Spotify playlist is so weird. Like you have country and then all of a sudden there's like metal playing the next song, like Marilyn Manson playing the next song, and then all of a sudden it's like Garth Brooks. I'm like, okay, this is my playlist. Like you can't, and then all of a sudden there's like bunch of pop music out of nowhere. Like I like, in there somewhere.
yeah.
It's like it's weird,
You know,
but
it's
that's how they
and that's
work.
fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but I had to. I think I have the same. We both probably had like the same playlist if we were to like share comparison and stuff. I think I can honestly say like 90% of our playlists are like the same. The only thing is because since my like my Spotify is overwhelming with so many different genres though, you know. And
Yeah.
and sometimes I, you know, it's like you said, when we're feeling the mood, you had to like just go through what you're feeling. What's funny
Yeah.
though with me, like, and since you like, you know me so like little by little, especially myself as a Hispanic man, I need to have my Hispanic music on the side as
Of
well.
course.
Yeah,
Of
so
course.
and there, it was weird, but it was funny though. I had that realization of like, oh, this I had to keep this in on check because there was one time I remember driving my friend. He wanted to go to Santa Monica. He wanted to go to Santa Monica, and he's like, "Hey, let's take a drive to Santa Monica. Go try out these tacos." All right, that's cool. That's cool. I'll go. So I remember I picked him up. We were making a drive, and of course when we hit, especially in like in any sort of big city, especially here in California, going downtown to Los Angeles, it's always traffic, and never fails. So we was like, "Hey man," it's like, "Hey, let's pause some music." I was like, "I got you." Remember putting my, and at the time with my burner, I had like I had three types of burner CDs at the time. I had one where it said like Mexican, like all Mexican music. My personal one, which I put like I literally put my name, put like DJ Chewy, like literally on there, just to know like that's mine. And then of course like, and I had to make another one was like others favorites, like like my
Mine was always Mandy's mix.
Y-
Like,
yeah, yeah. Mine was just like,
Mandy's mix 1, Mandy's mix 2, Mandy's mix 3, like,
yeah,
they were
mine,
all Mandy
yeah,
mixes.
mine was this DJ Chewy because for some reason, I always had like whatever music I play, it hits with like a pretty much like a DJ. If a DJ plays your favorite music, you were like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my shit. So that's basically what I did, right? I I put my DJ mix in there, right? Not thinking like I had my other one right there. I could have put. First song came up, and this like it was like felt embarrassing to the point where I got nervous. It played what was it it played Bye 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 Bye.
No. Not the first song being by NSYNC.
it it was that, and he looked. There's that feeling where I felt the stare at my. I felt the stare. I went straight for the freaking try to skip it. I accidentally hit the little volume dial and it got loud. So literally on top of like embarrassing myself, I buried myself putting it super loud. Had the windows down, so basically my car was basing in sync
Bye Bye Bye
to
from
the
NSYNC.
crowd.
Like,
Yes,
damn it, my sister's CD got in here again.
Basic,
God damn it.
basically that was my excuse. I'm like, hey, oh man, my fucking CD, man. I don't know what the fuck. I was even like
My sister's
try to
sitting
call.
here.
I act like I was trying to call her, but I had a beeper at the time, so I was like, fuck. So, so he's like, so I casually put the other CD. He looked at me still. I was like, hey, well, lovely day we're having, right?
Yeah,
You
we
bro.
didn't hear that. You guys didn't hear that NSYNC, right?
And then, but like,
Nowadays, we'd be like, oh man, you listen to NSYNC? That's awesome. I used to listen to NSYNC.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I was like, bro, but but the whole entire time I felt so insecure. I felt so nervous. So when we made it back, all I did was play freaking we played I just played Mexican music, right? And he looked at me
mhm.
again. He was like, "Hey Chewy, want to talk about that instinct issue?" I was like, "Nah, I want to. We're just gonna look. How about
I
this?"
don't know what you're
I told
talking
I
about.
pretty much I had like bargain with him. I'm like, "Look, how about this, man? We'll go to the liquor store. I'll buy you a 30 pack. We'll have a chill drink, and we don't speak of this ever again." All right, bet.
Pretty much.
So so I ended up buying drinks. Went back to my house. Me and my dad were there. We are just having a drink. We were playing nothing but Mexican music. He got drunk. I sneaked away, and done deal. But I was like, bro, I was like, God, strike me now.
Oh no.
Yeah, if it was the most embarrassing thing, but now when I saw, then now when I saw him, and he was with his girlfriend at the time. I just hear his girlfriend playing NSYNC, and I was like, hey, hey, playing some NSYNC, and then I see him dancing. I was like, hey, you
Uh,
come here, you motherfucker. We're gonna have a talk. He was like, hey man, that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, man. Drop it. Nah, man, I'm laying out this beast. He had no idea how much trauma you gave me.
worry about, if I can play this one in sync or not, dude.
You gave me the death stare, bro. So I'm giving it right back. I'll let you win in the bargain, bro.
Dude.
So, but as I just messed with him the whole entire time, he was like, "All right, let's fucking ignore this." And place, let's. I was like, I told his girl, like, "Can you put on repeat, please? I want to hear this shit again. I miss this song." So.
Tearing up my heart, like.
But yeah, it was. I find it crazy, like now thinking back, because I'm like, now like I've been listening like to a little bit like of NSYNC's new album. Well, I'm not sure if you heard their new album. Because supposedly they may release a new album with some new songs. But the current recent one I've heard was the one where they did it during the release of that new Trolls movie they did.
Yeah. Oh, I know all about it.
Yeah.
The Trolls. Yeah, the kids love that song. Trust me, I know
Oh, did
about
they?
this song.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
cause I heard, like, cause I remember before we released, cause everyone wanted to know about the preview. What's the NSYNC's new music gonna be? I watched the movie. I was like, oh, it's pretty good. It's okay. And then the song was like, what the fuck? I was tripping out the song, especially like their end credit. I forgot what was the end credit. The end credit. I think that was their new song. I was listening to it. I'm like, what? What is this?
yeah.
So,
Like people are bugging them to come like tour again, and I don't think they can anyway.
nah,
Yeah,
cause I know, I know, and like Justin Timberlake has his own gig he's doing still, and
yeah.
and then the only time that NSYNC will make like an appearance is basically three of them. Wait, is it three of them or four of them?
No, there's
Is without Tim,
three
cause they're
cities.
five, right? They're five
Yeah,
of them. If you take Justin Timberlake out, they're four. So I feel so I know they do like some side gigs here and there, but just the four of them.
yeah. There's 5 of them
Okay, so yeah, okay,
all together.
yeah,
Yeah, there's 5 of them. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I had to do the names in my head. I'm like,
Math.
Chris. Chris was my favorite. Chris
Chris,
was my favorite. And
is that
yeah,
the
Chris,
one with the
the
mustache?
braid. No, he was the one with the dreads, the black and white dreads back in the day
Oh,
with
okay.
his little goggles. Like he was my man. My mom loved Joey. Of
Okay.
course, all the
That's okay.
girls loved
That's the only person
Justin
I
and
know because
JC.
I think.
But I loved loved Chris. I still to this day love that man. Like he's adorable. I don't know why. Like I love the dreads. I
Hmm.
like the goggles. Because he was so silly. I
Yeah.
don't know. He was different from the band. I
That,
guess I don't know.
that's cool.
So
Yeah, I think the one my mom and my sister like was who was the one that was hiding in the closet and recently came out? Was is that
Lance,
Lance? There you go. Yeah,
Lance,
they like Lance,
Lance.
I never knew. Like I said, I never like knew like what was the deal with with girls and or women both sides of liking the boy band. I was like, is that a fucking it's like an aura thing or something like that? That was my opinion. Like
I
at the
don't
time, I was.
know.
It's like is it, if you
It
guys
was
are
just
attracted to the singing voice, because like if that's the case, then I can
I
see why.
mean, there was boy bands way before them too, like New Kids on the Block.
I was just about to say that too, because I
Yeah,
know.
there were boy bands. It just depends, I think, on looks and they how they sound
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So like we us tween girls, like, oh my god, he's so cute and he can sing. Oh, he's singing this lovely, lovely, love
Yeah,
song. Oh, like
that was
and stuff
basically
like that.
what.
I mean,
Yeah, that's like basically what I
we were
realized.
all
Like
good.
knowing when I grew up, I was like, I remember there'll be like one good pop song they have, like a nice that goes with like a nice beat and stuff, and then they have like a slow romantic
Yeah,
song. It could be some random
yeah,
girl, and they'll be like, "You're talking about
yeah.
me, Gina. It's talking about me, Gina. Bitch,
You
no, they're
talking
not
about
talking about you.
me? I love it. Oh my god,
They
you're
know me.
saying it to
They know
me.
me." It's like, no, they don't, homegirl. Relax.
Yeah,
They do
like
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
But you remember Boys to Men, right?
Voice of Men. Yeah,
That was another.
that
Yeah, that was
that.
another. I don't know. If we would call them a boy band. They were more
Oh,
like an R and
yeah.
B
I was about
kind
to
of
say,
band.
yeah. I felt more R&B than like a pop boy band because the way how they
Yeah,
sang, they like. I thought of them as like a boy band in a choir. So I
yeah,
thought of that because
yeah. It was
because
weird, but I like them. I did like
I
them.
like them.
They're really good.
But what sucks though, the one song that I already know is played in funerals. The that one song, I forgot which
Was
one it
it?
was.
Is
The,
it All My Life?
no,
No,
no, it was another one. It was like it would
no,
play more. It
no.
would play like it was considered like a
A
funeral song.
funeral?
It was
A funeral song?
yeah.
Really?
Let me see. Let me see if I'll find it.
A funeral song? Because the only one I loved was All My Life.
Let me see.
Something that
I
you
know
do.
that the reason. Okay,
My
I know that
life.
song. The reason
All
why I know
that
that
stuff.
song, cause I remember it from a video game, a sports video game I played, NFL Street. It was that song was in their soundtrack, and I fell in love with that
What?
song.
What?
Yeah, really. I'm being dead honest. It was on NFL Street volume number 2, and it was actually on there. Yeah, it was
I didn't
crazy.
think Boyz II Men would be on there. Now I think like it's a lot of hip hop and rock music, you would think.
What? Oh,
It is.
in video games.
Yeah, the video games, yeah.
Well,
Not R&B.
I mean, as of lately, well, excuse me, as of lately, cause like I said, I've never listened to like the mute that what songs are being put into video games. You know, you're just there to play video games. You're just there just to play. You know, you don't worry about like,
Yeah.
oh, this song's in here. Wow, who would have thought? You know, like,
Like me, I like soundtracks from video games.
hmm,
I'm a music buff. Not a huge music buff, but like I enjoy, if I hear a good song in a video game or something like that,
yeah.
I do enjoy it. Even if it's instrumental. Like it's silly, but in Dead by Daylight in the beginning, when it was around the holidays, they had like their theme song, but more like holiday-ish, and it was really like really good,
I
but it
think I
was
know.
haunting, and I
I
really
know what you're
loved
talking
that.
about too. Yeah, I
It was
know.
so good, and they don't play it no more, and I'm kind of upset. They don't play it no more.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
it
Keep going.
all depends on the song and the music.
Yeah.
I enjoy that in video games.
Okay. I found the
I
song. It's called "It's Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday" by Boys to Men.
Oh, okay, okay.
See, I knew that more than the
Okay.
one you were saying.
Um,
Cause like you tell me
the other
that,
one is more romantic.
yeah. But
The other one,
what's
yeah.
funny though, that song you were singing, you're like singing to me. It was weird though. It made it weird. Like if you think about it, like how I explained to you how it was in a sports game. You was like, why would it be in a sports
Yeah,
game? You know.
yeah, it's weird. It is very weird that that song will be in the sports.
I wish I know why. I wish I could just tell. I wish I could just like I ask the producers who from EA say like, hey, I have a real deep question. This song right here from this band, why was it in this sports game? I wouldn't know if it's trying to get some good vibes or something. Then I could probably see that. But if it's
Or just to mellow out the player, like
yeah.
they're all pissed off that their games are not going good. They should put it in Overwatch. Maybe we'll actually calm the fuck down in Overwatch.
I
Play
was
some mellow music and something just to
it,
calm our asses down.
it was funny. I was kind of thinking that too, but I know everyone was is falling in love with Fortnite more because of the music because they're bringing lots of
Yeah,
music back to Fortnite. But
which I love.
yeah,
Like
oh
I'm
yeah,
discovering some music from there too
Yeah.
that never listened to or probably would never thought in my emo life would listen to.
Yes, of
You
course,
know? So
100%. I can honestly respect that.
my high school me will be so pissed off at me right now. Like, what the fuck are you listening to? I'm like, I still listen to the used. Shut the fuck up. Like, but I spread, I expanded my genre of music,
Right,
like I
yes.
don't listen to one genre of music anymore. It's kind of it gets not it gets boring after a while. Like you want to
Oh, yeah, of
hear
course.
new bands, but you don't. We just learn nowadays we can't sit and listen to the whole CD like we used to.
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
can. I was used to listen to the Evanescence CD, Fallen,
oh,
the
okay.
whole way from beginning to end
Yeah,
all the time. Now I can't. Like if like I can't listen to the whole album. I have to find specific songs that are fitting my specific mood at that moment of time,
I got you.
you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that
Spotify helps with that.
yeah, yeah, that what makes it difficult. I think that's the only time, like, for I think if you were to listen to it to this day, like you're given so many options to listen to favorite songs, especially like Spotify, Pandora, or people
Yeah.
who have iTunes at the time. You could go iTunes Music too, cause my
iTunes.
God, oh, I still think of, I don't think of the new one. I still think of the old one at because
It is so old. iTunes is so old to me.
it really is old. I'm
It's,
like, good
it's
God,
like
where had the years
my
gone?
like I have coworkers like, let me go on my Pandora playlist. I'm like, what? That still exists? Okay, let me go on my iTunes. What?
Excuse me.
What?
What age you?
iTunes. iTunes. You're 23. What do you know about iTunes? Like, what the fuck? Get back to your Spotify. Come on. Catch up with me here.
I just,
Like,
I just,
no.
feel- I feel like with you, I feel like if we were to go to like a record store player, like we would buy a record player, right? I feel like if we would find like
Yeah,
a record store and we just we'll go in, it's like, hey, baby, what do you want? What album you want to get? And let's say you want like a retro Queen's album, right?
of
I was like,
course.
okay.
Yeah.
I said,
Mm.
okay. I'll let's look for that, and I'll look for myself like a new, either a recent ACDC album or a recent Metallica or Slipknot, wherever I feel, and then we just see, we'll feel like we will see like some youngsters just come in, and they're just looking around, just like flipping through the albums, or like, huh, and they just see like one that we recognize, like let's say, I forget which one was it, like the Who's or freaking Rolling Stones, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
I feel like they'll just like be like, hey, hey guys, do you know who this guy is? I'm like, what? Yeah, this guy. First of all, that's a band.
It's a
There are
band.
no individuals there unless you're looking for the Beatles. Then you gotta look for that, and you'd be like, who's the Beatles? Oh my God,
Oh my God. Yeah.
Lord help us
Mm.
not commit arson on these kids. Owner, please kick him
I
out.
bet, like back in way back with our parents,
Oh God.
like through music, I'm pretty fucking sure they thought the same thing. We were like,
Well, mm,
who's this? Like,
I,
and I probably go up to my mom like, who's Led Zeppelin? Like, but I'm the type that will listen to the band and like find out what my mom's favorite song and favorite bands. Like, I'm like, did you always listen to Elvis? Did you always listen to country? She's like, no, I listen to rock and stuff like that. She's like, my favorite was always Led Zeppelin. I
yeah,
was like, you got it. So then I started listening to Led Zeppelin a little bit and the classics and stuff like that.
yeah.
So
I think what it was, I think because if you were listening to their recent one, like from the beginning to, like, let's say around the time you were very growing up, right? I feel like
okay.
there was always a difference because I know as time goes by they have to adapt to the change. So
Yeah.
I feel like I could probably feel like what they're coming from, like based off like, oh, okay, their tune is probably different, the way their lyric is different, compared to how it was that we used to remember it.
Yeah.
That's probably the only difference. But I feel like in my end, I feel like I had to listen to nothing but it has to be met my heritage origin only. It doesn't matter if it's R&B, pop, actually, art, rock. It has to be
Uh,
in my origin. It has to be in Spanish. I feel like, well, especially now, like even saying that now, like there's actually like a band. Like I swear, I wish I could find it. It was on TikTok. Because my sister, I think out of the whole family, my sister recently just falling in love with Mexican music, which in short term is called banda. So, which is I have so many bands in not like rock band, but like bands with like with the big guitar, the violin, the trumpet, that as we call banda. So she falls in love with that as well as with my dad because both of them, my dad likes banda because of course he was born and raised in Mexico. So even if I was to explain to him like, hey pops, do you like this band of ACDC? ACDC is is that new band for Mexico? No, no, no. It's here in the United States. And okay, let me listen to it. And if you were playing like the first 10 seconds, you'd be like, "Oh, good God, what's that? What is this?" So,
yeah.
so but recently he been falling in love with country, and I've been getting more addicted to country as of late. Kind of use it as like my sleeper, like kind of like when I'm like laying down or I'm like oozing away. I will always play country music. It'd be like I remember what was my there was like a top three music I had playing. It was Johanna by I forget who was it. Who was that one guy? Oh, Bobby Mackey. It was Johanna by Bobby Mackey. Loud and Heavy by Cody Jinks. Uh and of course Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton. So those are like my three at the time, and I didn't know no one else until I started like getting to know a lot, like meeting new faces. Then all of a sudden my playlist became with so many different artists like Brooks and Dunn, Chris Young, Kane Brown, Daryl Worley, George Strait, what like
Oh, George Strait. Oh my
Luke
lord.
Cole, McCreary, Wheeler Walker Jr., Nico Moon, all these, and then of course I didn't realize, and this was late for me, and I should be ashamed of myself. I didn't know Johnny Cash was like considered like a little country slash rock or country. I
Yeah.
think it was country rock as it was
Yeah.
termed to be. And
Yeah.
the thing is, the only country rock song I knew from Johnny Cash was "Ring of Fire." The reason why, because I'm always at the time in middle school and high school, my video game I like to play without playing like Call of Duty or Halo was freaking Tony Hawk, all the Tony Hawk games. And I always play. I recently started playing the underground version, which has the collaboration with all the famous skaters like Tony Hawk, Bam Margera, all the people that everyone knows. What's the name from Jack? Steve O. All these big name skaters. And for some reason, there was this one song that got me so addicted. Was there was this portion of this game where you're in New Orleans, and the whole entire time you were not listening to this Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, and I was just addicted to Johnny Cash. I'm like, bro, this song hits. I fucking love it. I'm gonna fucking find this fucking music and I'm gonna download it. So
I sadly found out Johnny Cash sort of through my mom, but like the movie. You ever seen the movie Reese Witherspoon and Joan Phoenix or whatever? They they did a movie portraying Johnny Cash and his wife,
I think I
and
I think I
I forget
did,
what
but I'm
it's
not sure
called,
what was the name of it. Cause
but
but
I that's when I started finding about his music, and I'm like, the only reason why I want to watch the movie because the lead actor I still to this day have a big crush on. He plays the new Joker movie,
oh, okay,
Phoenix. I
yeah.
can't say his first name, but Phoenix. And so I was like, I like him. I'm gonna watch this movie, and I just fell in love with the music, and I just started listening to it. So my favorite song is "Hurt," you know.
Uh huh.
So
Oh my god,
uh,
I like. I wait. Is this Sweet? Is this you or is this Mia? Or
it's sweet.
okay, it's because
It's sweet.
okay, Sweet says as a Alabamian, if you don't know Johnny Cash, you may get shot during a random Alabama
And
pop
random the
quiz.
poppy.
Oh yeah, cause isn't Johnny Cash from Alabama? Is he from Alabama?
I believe he is I think he's from the South.
Okay, yeah, cause I
I believe
yeah, cause I
he's
never
a good
yeah,
looking
cause I'm
man.
okay, cause I remembered when I remember listening. Remember at the time when I had Pandora, when I wanted to listen to Johnny Cash. I heard a lot, like like at least a good 4 or 5 songs of Johnny Cash, like some good ones though, like from his best hits. And then right after that, it switched over to La Bamba, and, and of course it's like telling me like, hey man, you know you're Mexican, you're not gonna get away from this. So
Yeah.
I was just like slowly like maneuvering away from Johnny Cash and more to like La Bamba. And I remember, and you know how you're talking about the movie for it. I also saw the movie what they portrayed the singer that did La Bamba, and it was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was good. It was a good movie. I still want to watch that. If you end up finding it, we could plan on watching it together. I want to watch that.
Okay.
He, he wasn't born in Alabama. I, I think, but
Yeah, the
country was
South
like
is very huge
pop music.
on
Oh,
Johnny
okay.
Cash.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now that we're speaking about the South, okay, I have this. There was this one trailer. I'm not sure if you recently saw it. I think it was on TikTok. They are now currently doing a movie based around Elvis Presley, but it was like how rock became a thing because I think it was like an old movie. I think it was a recent movie they did. Someone portrayed Elvis, or it was a recent one. But you know how everyone knows Elvis, of course from his music. But I know people liked him how he did with his freaking. He always did like the hip thrust. He would like shake his hips.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
apparently,
I know.
okay, baby. So there, so there was a
Well,
scene.
I had to. My mom's a big Elvis fan. She had every movie. We watched every movie. We listened to every album. So yeah, I know.
What's funny, I had no that well, that's a good explanation. But the funny thing is I had a during my senior year, there was like they made this new subject which is like music 101, and the teacher legitimately fucking like it was giving a presentation, and the first song he literally played like as like a presentation like example was Jailhouse Rock by Elvis Presley. Like that was the
Oh,
first song he put, and I was just listening to it, and I was like, I was listening how like and I'm not a musician, but I was listening to like the tempo, the beats and stuff like that. I was like, okay, this is actually pretty cool. I actually like this. Then when I saw the video, him just doing nothing but like shake hipping and thrusting, I'm like, okay, this is a little different. Hold up, what's this? Am I
yeah.
what? At first I thought, I was like, am I watching a porno?
He was very cringy, I feel.
Yeah.
Um, I even now to this day, people are all over it. The fact that he was married to a
Oh yeah.
underage girl. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. A
Yeah.
crazy man that
Well,
married someone
I
even
mean,
younger than
I mean,
you know.
it's almost like the same thing. Like you, since like especially now with all these artists being crazy, like a lot of people like them. Like for instance, like Michael Jackson. the freaking he's known for being the king of pop, but at the same time
Yeah.
he's been known for being a little sketchy with kids. So
Yeah.
like rest in
It's
peace, you
like
know.
we don't know to be like you don't know to believe it or not,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Like with even with Marilyn Manson, I stopped listening to Marilyn Manson when I heard all the things about him, like, because I watch like in the goth world, things are a lot different in relationships,
Mm,
a lot rougher.
mm.
Like even just plain old sexually or anything, it's really rough.
Wait.
Like the
Like
lifestyle is a lot different. And he used to like mentally and physically, like I think, hurt the women he was in relationships with.
oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. I don't know, like I heard little stories here
Oh,
and
okay,
there,
okay.
and I'm like, he was very, and the girls actually was pressing charges on him.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. You have to. I don't want to say anything too much on stream because I don't want to spread false information. But what I
That's fine.
saw was he did some sketchy things with women, and it scared me. I'm like, I don't know if I can listen to this man anymore. Like,
Wait, what
I don't know.
was Marilyn was his song like goth rock or was it just what kind
He was
of
he was I don't know if he was new metal. I don't think he was new metal. I think he was like I think that goth kind of like I don't know, like the jeer for goth,
oh,
honestly,
okay.
music.
Yeah,
But
cuz
I
I
know he was in the metal
mhm,
area in the 90s. Yes. More industrial, yeah.
industrial
Sweet to
metal.
know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he was more in that area than anything else.
Okay, that's
But I don't know, the rumors are true, but he did some sketchy things, and I'm like, I don't want to listen to him anymore.
yeah, yeah. Because I think because I know the one song that both used to we both like, and I know you. I think you told me about you that you had a love hate relationship with like listening to Marilyn Manson. But I remember
Yeah.
that one song I sent you was like the almost like the goth version of Nightmare Before Christmas, the intro.
Yeah.
I remember I loved
He
that
did.
one. I loved
Yeah,
it.
he
I don't
did.
know why, but it was just
Oh,
that.
I love that song. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love his version
just that one
of
in
Nightmare
general. I
Before
was like
Christmas.
thinking to myself, like if they did a remake of that of Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, I want that to be the intro. Like
Yeah,
on God, like on everything, like even though it's past the time, but I'll want to see that. Like that'll be like it's old time, bring the old time back, but at the same time, like bring it where it needed to be. Like don't get me wrong, I love, of course, I like the Disney version of Night Before Christmas, but for some reason that just that song in general hit different. Was it Sweet
yeah.
Dream?
Sweet Dreams. Yeah, and Beautiful People.
Is that one of
Yeah,
his songs?
yeah.
Okay, I think I haven't heard of the song.
He did a cover for Sweet Dreams, and Beautiful People is one of his biggest like hits.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Um, there's another song I used to listen to him. I don't remember because I haven't listened to him for so long. I literally deleted every song from my playlist from him. Like I was like, I don't think I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. He
Yeah,
pops up, I'll listen to it, but it's not like something I want to keep on my playlist and keep playing over and over again. Because it he was really big in my high school years. Him, 30 Seconds to Mars, Lost Prophets,
30
uh,
seconds.
Linkin Park, yeah, which I found you, you guys won't believe this, people in chat, but there was a thing called MTV, and on MTV they actually played music, right? And there was a thing called The Box, right? It's called The Box, right? You were able to call in and request a song.
Yes.
So one it would be Marilyn Manson, and the next song would be In Sync Bye Bye Bye. Like it would
Uh,
literally be a mix. But
yeah.
anyway, that's how I found 30 Seconds to Mars. That's how I found the Gorillas.
Hmm.
Like, I need
Uh,
that. So,
it was
like,
okay.
there were the days where I could listen to anything and it would just be that channel. Like, that channel does not exist anymore. I'm so sad.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's like the top off on the comment with MTV. It was either you don't watch it from the box, or you watch this program called Beavis and Butthead where they play nothing but metal music.
The metal.
The
Or
whenever,
TRL.
yeah.
You listen to watch to
So,
TRL. Yeah.
so that one,
With like,
but I had this thing. I think we might have, wait, because I didn't know about it when we first got cable. There was a thing called Music Quest, and it's basically
yeah.
like, basically, if you guys don't know what Music Quest is, it's basically like if you go to your, I forgot what they call, I forgot what the is to, oh, the channel guideline. It'll give you each show that's playing on each channel, and it shows a timeline of how long it's gonna be, or and shows you the upcoming show, right? So there's there's like kind of like a restriction channel where, if you pass that restriction, you get these other programs like HBO, Showtime, pay-per-view channels that you had to pay at the time. It was like $12, which is doesn't even though it doesn't sound like a lot in this time, but it was a lot back in the days. So
Yeah.
and it
Wasn't it like channels that just strictly play like different genres of music too
yeah,
on
it was
cable?
like around the 1,000, because
Yeah.
anything below that was, like I said, it was all pay-per-view. But what what was, I even though we're going a little off topic, but like we'll go back to it. But what was crazy about what I didn't know about the that guideline, as soon as I passed the pay per view ones, that's when I saw the, how do I say this, the dark side of of the guideline. um
Oh.
yes, yeah,
Oh. Oh.
yeah, so
Oh. Late night HBO
yes,
stuff or late
yes,
night
yeah,
Cinemax.
but they didn't. But the thing was, they didn't show it on the actual HBO and Showtime. They had like it's like a separate one. Like, you know how like with gaming channel you have a main channel and a second channel. With them, it HBO was their main one, and they had HBO two, like a, on top, which that one was playing
Had
the
Cinemax.
adultery stuff. And yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much,
the Cinemax.
yeah,
Just say it, babe. It's Cinemax.
yeah, yeah. It was playing nothing but adultery on that
We
one.
watched we watched that shit. I watched that shit when I was younger. Are you crazy? I
No,
watched that shit.
well, the only
And then my
one.
brother found out that he can go on his PlayStation and watch it from there.
Oh my god, yes,
Yeah.
that scared me too. When my buddy told me about that, I got scared, and I was like, no, please,
Dude,
oh.
that was like a new thing. Like, oh, we can watch stuff online. Like, my cousin's like, yeah, just go on the internet on your PS thing and just like go to like any kind of porn site or something. You can watch it. I was like, what? That's fucking genius.
No, cause what was crazy that
Horrible. Now we watch it through our phones. How awesome is that now? You're feeling like watching some porn? Just go on Pornhub on your phone. Who knew? Like, remember we used to have to dial in for some porn, like talk and
oh
shit? No, you just
god,
go on the
no.
internet.
What,
Now you just go on the internet on your
what
phone
was it called, phone sex or
to
something like
watch porn.
that?
Yeah, do
Oh
phone sex
god,
or
yeah, oh
something.
god.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't do any of that crap, but like, I mean, like now you just watch it on your phone. Which,
No,
by the way, I haven't watched porn in like a minute, honestly.
oh
Bit
god.
boring
No,
now.
well, but what was funny though, the thing was, when I went on because I think at the time, like with Comcast, this was before Spectrum was a thing. We had Comcast cable,
Uh-huh.
and of course, if you wanted to get unlimited channel without any like restrictions, you had to pay a fee. And of course, knowing how my dad is, how he likes to watch like sports and stuff like boxing events, UFC at the time when they had events, and sometimes when my grandfather comes over, he want to watch the wrestling ones because because they were pay per view at the time, so he wanted to watch that. So he decided to. Well, I think my parents and then my grandparents decided to pitch in some money, and we ended up buying. They ended up buying the restriction. So I had at the time when I was young, like I said, I was young and I wanted to watch reruns from the last event from the boxing match. I want to see. Oh, I want to see the reruns, and I think I remember one time I wanted to watch the winner of the Royal Rumble from 2005. I think it was either 2005 or 2006. And when I went to click on it, it was showing Sex in the City, which I didn't know it was. I didn't know if it was a porno or like some sort of like show, right? I literally had to sit there and watch it like to see what it was, and then once for some, and don't ask me what was going through my mind when this happened. As soon as I saw titties, I just changed the channel. I saw to change the channel real quick.
He's like, shit, titties.
I, I but like I didn't know what it was because I know like now everyone knows it's like a adult TV show, and but as a kid you're just like, oh, this looks interesting. Oh, look, New York City and titties. No.
And titties.
Yeah, like it cuts over to like just a freaking sex scene. I was like, yeah, no, I guess no, no, no. So, but
No.
what sucks
A
was dumb
pure little boy over here.
was the yeah, I was very sinful at the time. At the time, but the thing is, my dumbass does like I still turn it off. I just drop my controller and run to bed. so so the whole entire time you just the whole house is you just hear moaning in the background, just off to the distance, and then you just hear like this and I would just hear my mom be like, "What the hell? Like, why is the TV on?" and, then,
Like, I
and
fell asleep, mom. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Like, I fell
uh,
asleep like hours ago,
yeah,
and this shit was on. I don't know.
yeah. I
This shit came on. I don't know, mom.
but
Daddy's just watching some sus ass shit, mom.
but
Sus ass shit stuff here.
but what I find it like what was kind of funny, it kind of triggered something um cuz every time I hear like a trumpet, like when you hear trumpets, saxophones and stuff like that, it's like the pretty much the blues. If you hear the blues, it's like that soothing music, right? For
Yeah.
me, it triggered like, oh my god, it's like Sex in the City all over again. So,
Oh
cause,
no.
'cause, like the scenes is always soothing blues music. I was like, oh god, dear God, help me.
Sweets is like, we're haunted by perverts. Fucking ghost put this fucking show on. What the fuck, you know?
Like, oh god, this ghost dropped a Viagra. Oh god.
What the fuck are they watching? I was watching a baseball game. What
uh,
happened?
yeah, but but it was wild, but yeah, that triggered whenever I listen to saxophone and stuff like that, I was just like, oh god, I'm in Sex in the City all over again. Oh god, please no.
No?
Like
Then
that
you
was
should
with
watch
me.
the originals
Which
from
one?
like Vampire Diaries and stuff like that.
Have I ever watched?
You ever watch Vampire Diaries?
I've I've watched a couple because I remember my sister, my younger my not my younger sister, but my little sister Jasmine, the teacher. She used to watch that. I didn't know what it was about, but the thing is, I triggered her because I said that it was like, is that Buffy the Vampire? she got mad and she threw a sandal at me. So I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, Chewy." I was like, "Okay, sorry." So I.
But anyway, they have like a spinoff
Uh huh.
with the originals, and it was all based in New Orleans. That's what I was going for.
Oh,
Yeah. So every time I
the
always think of that
New
show. So
Orleans.
yeah.
That's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never like it's just I don't know why because there's certain music like whenever I hear certain melodies or certain music, especially that of general, I just think of it. Well, now I'm okay. I roll with it. It's just like okay, I like this shit. Now another
Yeah,
things.
some music does take me back to when I was like a kid, or a memory when like one time, like Raining Men. Listen, you ever heard this song Raining Men? Hallelujah,
Yes,
it's
yes,
raining men.
yes.
Yeah. So not this house, my house before. I went to someone's house, right? A friend that lived on the block. My mom wasn't very happy about because it's someone that she didn't want me to hang out with, but whatever. I'm not going to get in detail. But like, I remember going to this lady's house, and she was such a free spirit. Let's just say that.
Okay,
And we were in her room and just dancing to that song over and over again. Like that is like a memory of mine.
okay,
Like that's it. But sometimes a song brings up a memory. I can't help it.
like
That's a memory of mine from that song. It's
okay.
weird.
That's fair. Yeah.
Is it, like I don't know what other memories I have. Like Spice Girls. This takes me back to when I was like in middle. I don't even think I was in middle school yet. I was listening to the Spice Girls. I didn't even live here yet.
Ah.
I was listening to Spice Girls because it was definitely the early like 1998, 1999 kind of. I
Oh.
had the lollipops. I had the lunch boxes. I had the shoes. I had the shirts.
Uh.
I had everything, Tui. Everything. Lost it all in the move because we were packing, and because we lived in Kensington, the ghetto, we were packing up the truck. My mom went in. My mom came out and saw people were stealing shit from our truck.
Oh
So
shit.
I'm pretty sure that went with it,
Yeah.
but it didn't matter. But like, I was a huge Spice Girl fan.
Okay.
Believe it or not, believe it or not, I was a huge Spice Girl fan.
Okay.
And guess who was my favorite Spice Girl? Just guess.
Uh. Because you had what?
Guess
You
who?
had the blonde one,
Baby Spice,
the dark African American one,
Scary Spice,
and then I what the short was I think she's short wasn't she or I don't think she was.
Sport. Was it Sporty Spice?
I I think she had like short hair. I think right. Might be wrong.
Short hair.
I know you had the blonde one, little tall, like little tall.
Yeah, you
Same
got Baby Spice,
Baby Spice.
Baby Spice, Sports Spice, Ginger Spice,
I think it was three of them.
Victoria
Oh,
Spice.
Oh yeah, I
I
forgot the
think,
more. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
no, her name was not Victoria. Posh Spice, and
Oh.
then you had Sports uh Spice,
Uh.
who was always wearing like the training bras and the big, jogging pants.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If
The
I
short hair girl was Posh Spice, Victoria. Yeah.
Victoria. Okay. So if I had, I'm like leaned between the one you said Victoria and Bad Spice.
No,
No.
no, no.
Uh.
Mm.
Uh. Were you the blondie one?
Hee hee. True.
Oh my god.
She was my day. Listen, Baby Spice was my day. Listen. I mean, it was between her and like Scary Spice,
uh,
but Baby Spice was my like up here girl. Ah, she's so pretty.
oh yeah.
To say.
You know that's
I don't know. I have a thing for blondes apparently. I don't know why.
you know You
I
know what?
don't know why.
It was fun. I actually who fuck my mom. My mom had she had theme for was he liked the tall guy from Backstreet Boys.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah,
Kevin.
was in love with
I
Kevin.
hated him. I hated it. Ah, I like what's his name, AJ, because
Uh,
he was the edgy one. You know,
yeah,
he was the edgy one. No, he was the cool edgy one.
yeah.
So like, I tolerate him. I hated Kevin because like honestly, he reminded me, which was weird. He kind of looked like my mom's one of her ex boyfriends, and his name is also Kevin. So I'm like, I'm good. uh, I'm good.
I don't know a bit
Brian was
about
too
this,
baby
guys.
like. Brian was too baby like. The other guy, I don't know, with the long hair. I don't know. He weirded me out a little bit. And Nick, I did not like. He
Hmm.
was, I don't know. I did not like him. So
Okay.
I was like, so AJ was my he was cute. So
That's
whatever.
okay. Yeah,
Listen.
I wasn't like I said, I wasn't fond of that, but I remembered I forget who showed me. I think at the time, uh since like now we're gonna move this conversation to like our personal crushes. I
And bands and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, in the band, yeah. I remembered I remember you used to like Everseen. I remember we both used to have our same interest for Everseen. I don't know.
Evanescence.
I don't know why I keep saying that. I'm like,
Evanescence. I was like, who's Evanescence?
why I keep saying Everseen?
Evanescence.
Yes, so
I don't know. Evanescence.
I
Okay.
think I feel like I can't say her name. I don't know why. But I
Evanescence.
remember I
I
liked
mean,
her.
like Amy Lee.
Yeah, I liked her and
Oh, I had a huge crush on her too. I still do.
what was her name? What was her name that did Skater Boy again?
What?
That one girl that did Skater Boy song called Skater Boy.
Oh,
Oh,
Avril?
Avril,
Avril
yeah,
Lavigne?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I remember you telling me you had a crush on her.
yeah.
Avril
It
Lavigne.
like to the point where did skateboarding. Like I did skateboarding and longboarding just to like
And hopefully she'll
yeah,
notice
I'll be
me.
your skater boy, please.
Hopefully she'll notice me. Like,
But it was cool. But I
I get it though. I get it though.
But it was funny though. I feel like every person, of course, like if you're like around the middle school time, like around middle school, and you see her, she like skater boy, you're like, yeah, I dig her. I want her to be my girl.
Oh my god. I had a love hate relationship with Avril
Uh huh.
Lavigne. At the time, we were like, she's not real rock music. She's not real. Like she is pop. Blah, blah, blah. Now I'm like, I listen to her all the time.
Yeah.
Still, I'm like, she's still legit. Like, what do you mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I.
it's like Nickelback. Like, no one likes Nickelback, but on your playlist, somewhere in your playlist, there's a Nickelback song in there. You know, mine from the Spider-Man soundtrack. So listen, I have a Nickelback song called "Hero" on my Spotify. Okay, everybody has some song, and I have a few Avril Lavigne songs on my playlist.
hmm
So you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't have a crush on her, but I just like back then I was like, she's stupid. I listen to Marilyn Manson, like you know, and Slipknot and stuff. She is so
Yeah.
she's a poser.
I-
She's a poser.
yeah.
She's faking it. She's faking it. She's so fake.
yeah,
You know.
yeah, it was just wild. Yeah, I just remembered just listening to those two in general, and I was just like, damn, they make fucking some sick ass music. And I was like, thinking, what happens if I become like like the always dream, like every man wants to dream, like, oh, what happens? I'm dreaming of being like the boyfriend of a rock and roll star, or like type of musician. What's that like,
Me, I had those kind of dreams with the band Good Charlotte.
yeah. Oh, I
Benji
think yeah.
Madden.
You told me yeah, yeah, yeah. You told me about how the the
I had the biggest fucking crush on that motherfucker. Huge crush. To a point where I used to do my eyeliner. You ever see that movie, The Rich and Famous?
yes.
He had his eyeliner, it has it going down his
Oh my
face to his
god,
cheek.
that's where
I did that.
you get the
I did it.
inspiration. You got the inspiration from that.
I did it. I was hoping like, oh, he's gonna love me. Even though I'm never have a chance to meet him, but he's gonna love me.
Like no,
Like that was
notice me,
that dream.
senpai. Notice me.
I had posters of them on my wall. Like literally, I had a poster of Eminem,
Mhm.
all right, shirtless on my wall. And next to it was Good Charlotte. All right. And then next to that was Amy Lee.
Oh my god, I get this.
Remember when we had posters on our
Oh,
walls? Posters on our walls? Now we don't even have that
I
anymore.
can't,
Like
I can't even
those
have.
posters are all ripped up sadly, but I had to throw them away like a long time ago. But I had Good Charlotte over my bed. I had Amy Lee on one side and I had Eminem in like his white bandana. He was shirtless and he was wearing the gray sweatpants and his boxers were a little high and he was just showing just enough. Like I had that on my wall. Like they were my babies.
Yeah, I,
They were my babies.
yeah, I remember. I remember. I think the posters I had taken down because of like for well, it's not because like my mom, it was like basically my grandmother because she was very strict. You know, especially if you're living
Of
a.
course.
I had
Oh, mine,
I
mine
had
was too.
I had the Linkin Park logo, their first the one with like a sharp L
Yeah,
and the P.
the L and P.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that one. I had gorilla, the same gorillas going across the poster, and
Nice.
and this one was actually given a gift by my cousin. He gave me the Iron Maiden with the character with the I think the lead singer as a zombie.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I had that, but I had to get rid of it because, of course,
Yeah, posters got ripped up, and the last poster I had was Supernatural, the show. But
nice. Yeah,
like music wise, it was those three posters were my big three posters.
that's good. That's
Good
cool.
Charlotte,
That's cool. Yeah,
and Eminem.
that's good. Yeah.
You know, you can tell where my music taste was all over the place.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
mine's mine's well too. Yeah.
still to this day. Even till this day, my music is never solid, just rock. You
That-
know, I have some pop music in my thing. Is it Justin Bieber? No, because fuck that guy. But you know, like I try. Uh, someone told me. Sweets, when you say someone told me, it reminds me of that song, Mr. Brightside. You know, someone told me you had a girl. I don't know the words, but to Mr. Brightside, it's from the same band, I think. I don't know. Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, you keep going. I
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, the Killers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to listen to Killers too. Hey, yo.
uh Killers, man.
Yeah,
I
I
I'm,
used to Mr. Brightside. You know?
I remember messing with I remember we were listening to the this what like
Yeah.
not too
And
long
then
ago.
Jet and Jet.
Oh Jet, yeah.
Who's Jet? Are you gonna be my girl? Yeah.
It was funny about that song. I heard it through watching David Dobrik's thing. His videos, my bad. I was watching through his videos, and I remember just like what the hell, like what song is this? And then how like how much of a catchy it was and stuff like that. And I just started falling in love with it. And as soon as I started falling in love with that, then freaking I just hear David Dobrik say, "Hey, play Dancing Queen," and now I'm hearing Dancing Queen. Now I was like, "Great, awesome!" Now I'm listening to Dancing.
Not dancing queen.
Yeah, but I was like thinking like I'm like this. But it was funny though. I what made it kind of like what made it like kind of like funny and little like a small cringe was that he was young. I think he was younger than than both of us, and he's playing Dancing Queen. I'm like, my dude, there is no shot you're playing this song. Like, no way. Like we're playing Dancing Queen, and he was playing everywhere. Like every they're like a big party, and he's playing Dancing Queen. I'm like, my God, this man. And then sure enough, it got so stuck in my head, my brain, where I had to look for the source, and it keep taking me to the movie of Mamma Mia, where the
Oh
song,
no.
and literally
Oh no.
I'm watching I think it was like the end credit from the first Mamma Mia, then the end credit from the second Mamma Mia. I'm like, what?
Oh no.
What in the blue
Get this
hell?
shit out of here.
Yeah, I was like,
Get this
what?
shit out of here.
I was like, what in the blue hell am I listening to? And then I'm those, and then sure enough, then like on my drive to Palm Desert here in California by myself, I'm like, I just put my phone on shuffle, on the cause of how Spotify has like a radio. Uh,
Yeah.
First song came up, Dancing Queen, and I'm like, you know what, we're here, fuck it, and I'm just singing Dancing Queen all the way to my hotel. This and to the point where there was an elderly couple just looking at me. I over here throwing my hands in the air like I'm just like a little freaking like, look at me guys, and,
I know your music, you know.
remember they spotted me saying, "Oh, what were you listening to, son?" I was like, "Oh, I was listening to Dancing Queen." "Oh, honey, that you heard," like he was like to his husband, like, "Honey, you remember Dancing Queen?" "Yes, honey, I know Dancing Queen."
Mhm. Oh no.
he like, and I remember just being like this. There, I was like, "Oh, is this your husband? How long you two been married?" I was like, "Oh, we've been married for 30 years." I was in purgatory for 30 years. I was like, "No, don't say that. Don't say that, sir." I was like, "Dude,"
Shit's crazy.
I was trying to be like so wholesome. I was like, "Hey, you look like you're the best. You're like the best married couple I've seen in all day." "Oh, that's lovely, you say, honey." "Don't say that. She'll take it to her grave." I cannot. I was trying to give compliments, and this old man was shooting me down. I was like, "Don't give me no more
Like
compliments."
divorce him. Divorce him,
Basically,
honey.
that's basically.
Go live your life. He is not worth it.
He was giving me
He is
Walter vibes
miserable.
from freaking Jeff Dunham.
Oh god. At
But
that point, just divorce someone, just move on.
no, but oh my god, there was like it was just too funny, but like it was very wholesome to a point where they were even staying at over in Palm Desert, because basically Palm Desert over here is basically like an elderly couple, or like any elderly's like retreat kind of, right? Because it's quiet, there's a golf they have a golf spot right there, and they have like nice places just to enjoy yourself, and your retreat from the world. And they invited me to to their brunch, and they're cool, they were nice people. And then to the point they were talking about, like, they're, with every elderly, with us and everyone here, who, if you do feel old and you talk about the past, I had the experience with them, and they were talking about how, their adventures and all that stuff, and supposedly how the wife had a chance to meet Frank Sinatra. And I did hear the husband, "Frank Sinatra is trying to steal my girl. I wanted to fight him." I was like, I did not. I was like, I did not blame you, sir. I was like, you damn right. I fucking been to fucking tour. I would smack that motherfucker back to the Rat Pack. I was like, okay.
All right there, buddy.
And he was like, honey, just drink your Bloody Mary.
Oh my god.
But because the thing was, there's actually a street in that area named after Frank Sinatra, which is Frank Sinatra Drive. Because he was supposed,
Yeah, I heard that.
yeah. So he actually he say he purchased a summer home there, and of course he'd been living there for so long, and they took tribute and honoring him by naming one of the streets after him, which is cool. And I never knew, like, I never listened to like Frank. Like I said, this is goes back to what I was talking about, how I never knew who like Elvis was, Frank Sinatra, or all these retro singers were. The only ones I knew was like, the Temptations, Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis and all that stuff, and all these other ones. But when I heard Frank Sinatra, I was like, okay, this guy has a little spaz in him. He walking like a G, not giving a fuck. So, and the only song that I was gravitated to was "Fly Me to the Moon." That was the only song I will always listen to. Like I would never get tired of
That's
listening
one of his
to.
biggest hits.
Huh?
It was his biggest hits, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was one of his biggest hits, and those were the ones, like the song that I never get tired of listening to. So I was just like, okay, I actually like the song, and then I was like, let me see if there's any song, and he has other one. Then I was like, I'm not feeling it. I think "Fly Me to the Moon" is gonna be the only one I'm gonna stick to for
Yeah.
that. So yeah. So, but besides that, like I said, but I remember just having I just say like, yeah, those are I remember just telling them, like, because they asked me like, what kind of song do you like listening to? I was like, oh, I don't think something you guys will not like. It's like, oh, tell us,
Yeah,
honey,
right.
tell us. And once I tell them the songs, I was like, oh, good lord. Like, but I think the only one she liked was Queen. I was like, like, oh, I love Queen. You know, and I think she kind of like was saying it just like, either like to stereotype. It was like, God save the Queen. I was like, no, I don't think we're not talking about that Queen, but yeah, God
Guys
save
love
the Queen.
Mexican Queen. Okay.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
was, but
We're talking about some other band called the Queen. Queen.
yeah,
The
I
Queen,
was,
but
yeah, but it was like,
yeah, Queen. Yeah. We are the champions.
oh my
Another one bites the
god,
dust. You
that
know,
that song,
you live
uh,
together, lady.
that song by itself, the "We Are the Champion," was played every time our little league team at the time wins the championship. We were like, we are the
No,
champion.
I found that song through the movie The Mighty Ducks.
Oh my, yes, it's there
You ever
too.
seen the movie The Mighty Ducks?
Yes,
The hockey?
yeah.
Yeah. I found that found about Queen
I
through that movie. Yeah.
I was funny. You know how you found that song to that movie? I found Eye the Tiger watching Rocky.
Oh my god.
And of course,
Yeah,
because of
true.
course it's like because Rocky's from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Everyone who's in Philadelphia, if you talk about Rocky, it's like that's like your, I won't say the Philly theme, but if you were like to
Yeah.
talk about Rocky, it was like, hey Rocky, you know Rocky? I know Rocky. You know Rocky? I
He
feel
went to my school. Like, no, he
I fe-
didn't.
I
But
feel
okay.
like I feel like that's how people in Philadelphia, like, I was like you new here? It's like, oh, I've been here for a while. It's like, you don't look like you from around here. What you mean? I watch Rocky? Nah.
Watch Rocky.
I feel like if I were to say that, they'd be like, nah,
Nah.
you're not allowed here, fam. you gotta go
Yeah.
you gotta go back where you came from, my dude.
Yeah. There's a band I've recently found out. I don't know if they're from Philly or from Pennsylvania, but they are from around here. They're called Hailstorm. To lead female lead singer. Hale.
Oh, Hailstorm.
Yeah, Hailstorm.
I thought it said
Hal
Hellstorm. I was like, damn, that does.
Hailstorm. No, Hal. Hale.
Yeah,
Because
Hailstorm.
their last names, because it's a brother and sister band.
Okay.
So their last name's Hale, I think. So they put Hailstorm. I was like, oh,
Okay.
clever. They're from.
Okay.
I believe they're from the Philly. They're a Philly band or a
Oh,
Pennsylvania band.
oh, interesting. And you say
Yeah.
they're new, right? You said they're this new band, or
No, they've been around for a good like while.
okay,
Maybe I think 10 years.
okay.
Um, yeah, they've been around here for a while.
I probably might have to like look that. I probably have to like listen to that.
Oh yeah, I have to give you a few songs that I like from them.
Yeah, because I know majority of the songs that you recommended me. I never heard about. I remember just falling for it real quick because how it sounded.
Of course. You
Yeah.
heard of them? Yay, sweets!
Okay. Yeah, I had
I
to.
love Lizzie Hale. Like they're like my top is Lizzie Hale, Amy Lee, and Maria something from In This Moment. Like they're my top girls in metal or rock music, and I would love to get them tattooed on me, but like getting portraits of them, it's gonna
Ooh,
be rough because you have to find somebody who's good with
a
portraits, and I don't
portrait.
want to fuck.
Then
Yeah, and I
not
don't want to fuck their portraits up.
and
You
not
know,
only that, you had to sit there for hours, especially with.
yeah, faces and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that and
see, they
that.
are an older band. They came out like, ooh, who? Oh my God, Kitty! Oh, I remember the band.
Which one?
The
Kitty.
band's called Kitty. Ki. You put it in chat. Kittie.
Uh,
Oh my God.
what is that? How it's spelled though?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It took me a second to realize that what he's saying, like Kitty. I'm like, I listen to. Oh my God. I used to listen to them all the time too, because my best friend Nicole, she got me into different bands. She's like, if you like Eminences, you're like Kitty. She's like, you like Lacuna Coil and stuff like that.
Uh,
So oh my God, Lacuna Coil is very beautiful. They're like
were they around when she was around, or they're a little older than their
cool.
uh
Think oh hell no. They're around like I think early 2000s.
okay.
If I think I believe so. I could be wrong.
Okay.
They were definitely when I was in like high school.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I found them out through my best friend. So like they were pretty good,
Yeah.
but they were like they faded out really quick.
Hmm.
What's the other name? The Donnas.
The
They were
wait,
pretty
the
good.
Donnas
The
you said?
Donnas. The Donnas. Like, you know the name Donna?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Donna?
that's what I said. Oh,
They
Donnas,
have
okay.
the Donnas. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I think I never heard none of these bands
Dude,
before.
Sweets, have you heard the band called Ginger with the J?
Yeah,
Ginger? I'm pretty sure he has too.
yeah. Well, like, well,
If he knows about Kitty, if
yeah,
he knows about Kitty, he
he
has
might know
no
about.
idea.
Okay, there goes.
You have I blew Chewy's mind with the one song called Pisces.
Yeah,
Blew his fucking mind.
I,
Blew
w-
his mind.
I was like, just like, okay, this is actually pretty cool. She has a good voice. She's got it going. Then once I heard, I was like, what the fuck is
No,
that?
no, no.
One,
I was like, oh, I
I was
was like,
like,
I love her.
what in
Mm.
my name is this? What the fuck?
Oh my God.
He,
I love her.
it was to a point where I actually paused it and freaking my girl, she was just like laughing. I was like, "You okay, babe?" I was like,
I wish I got your like official face reaction when listening to that song.
I
Like I
well
watched so many reactions
my
to that.
eyes opened up real quick when I heard her deep voice. Well, I was gonna say like, is this a he, babe? Like, is this a he? It's like no, it's
No,
a
because
she.
that's why you have to watch the video because people
Yeah.
think, oh, that's male singing. No, that's her. That is definitely her. That's why and that's why they do the studio. So
Hmm.
there's no
Like no,
editing or
yeah, no
anything. It's
editing and stuff like
straight
that. Yeah.
her voice. It's her voice.
Yeah, I
Like the
was.
Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Oh, I remember them. The Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Oh, I remember them too.
Da-
Oh,
Damn, there's so many bands
bringing me back
I
memories.
haven't heard. I might have to like
It brings me back
catch.
memories.
Damn,
I think the Yeah Yeah Yeahs were like one hit wonders,
I think
I
I
believe.
might have to catch up on these bands you guys are talking about.
Yeah, early 2000s
Well,
were like crazy with these bands.
yeah, well,
And like,
yeah, because the thing is, I never knew these. As these were like late 2000s, you said I never listened to them because, like I said, the bands I was more into was, like I said, with Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Gorillaz, Good Charlotte, The Killers, Slipknot. There was another one I'm trying to remember. It was freaking during middle school, and I remember that I a classmate of mine from high school like kind of like read bounced off like memory lane with me. Oh, I know Undead Hollywood. That's one.
oh my God, Undead
I
Hollywood. I
remember
haven't listened
I
in a
remembered
minute.
I remember my freshman year when I needed like some motivation whenever I'm working out. I cuz I like I'm like I said I wanted rock music cuz rock music for some reason was like my motivation to just get the work done, and I remember just asking and just looking around, and my classmate, he was just rocking like this sick Russian cap. Like I don't know how, why, but he was just rocking it. He was like, "Hey, Chewy, listen to Undead Hollywood." I was like, "Who's Undead Hollywood?" I'm like, "Bro, you gotta have to listen to it. You're gonna fucking love it." And as soon as I heard like one of the songs, I just fucking was just fucking in it, and just hearing all. I remember listening to their album, and I was just hooked to it. I was like, okay, okay, that's okay. I'm gonna put this in my playlist right for sure. So it was.
They definitely were. They definitely were scene kids anthems. Yeah, they definitely were the scene kids. But I listened to some of their songs. I remember hearing some of their songs. But they're still coming on TikTok though.
The
Which
who
song? The
Undead or the
Undead,
hmm,
Undead Hollywood. Like there's a song that's going around TikTok still.
okay.
I forget what it's called. I don't want to say it because it's kind of like really not appropriate to
Oh,
say.
okay. No, no, that's fine.
So I don't want to say it, but yeah, if I find it, I will
Yep.
send it to
Okay.
you and
Okay.
show you what part of the song the TikTok always says. But
Okay.
it's funny.
I got you.
It's
All
pretty
right.
funny.
Uh.
I love Undead
Okay.
Hollywood.
Here's the next question. What song, throughout your growing up, hits you the most? Like, song that pretty much a song that you know by heart, but it hits you deeply,
Oh my god,
like both mentally and emotional wise, pretty much. So we're getting to the deep end now.
a deep song that hits me hard.
Yeah,
Well, first, I don't know. It's like you think about like an anthem song for your life, but like a deep song. It's not like a sad song. But I told you about them. Jimmy Eat World. The
yeah.
song's called "The Middle."
Oh yeah,
Like
you told me about that. Yeah.
I always can go back to that song and like listen to that song over and over again because I feel like I am always in the middle. I'm never. It just explains me
Mhm.
pretty much. Oh, what other song? Um, it's from Evanescence.
Okay.
My God, what is the song called? Oh my God, it's from their first album.
First album.
Yes, yes. Everybody's Fool.
What?
Everybody's Fool
Oh, everyone's full. Okay.
from Evidence. Yeah, from Evanescence.
Okay.
I it does get. I do get. I don't know, emotional, but like I have like a weird attachment to that song.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Um, I have a lot of like attachment songs to be honest.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
there's no new ones. Nothing else is popping up in my head as right now. But like, um, That's it. That's like all I can think of.
Okay. The one I could say the ones like I remember I actually had like I say like five songs that did hit kind of hit me like in the soft spot. But if I had to choose one, I had to go with "Over the Rainbow" by IZ. And I'm not sure if you ever heard of IZ, which is Israel
No.
Kama Kama. I think he was a musician from Hawaii, Samoan. I think it was third. But he had this song "Over the Rainbow." It was like it was actually a tribute video for him, and the song and of course the song was actually just him playing the ukulele, and it was pretty much positive. It was all positive. It was all positive. And if for some reason every time I hear that, like it would make me feel like like I feel like light, like almost like a weight was lifted off me, and I could just like relieve all my emotion for some reason. Like it hit different, and I was like, and there were the times I always question, I'm like, why does this song of all things hit me the most? Like why did this one feel like it could like relieve a stress or pain I'm feeling? And it was just I think, and whenever watching the video, because it started off smoothly, and then I realized at the end it was a tribute, and it was like there was a ceremony where, of course, like an old ceremony where you had to toss the ashes of the person into the ocean, kind of like saying like you're almost like saying your spirit's free, and we'll I guess we'll see you in the ocean. Your spirit's gonna be wandering around the ocean. So it
What?
was cool. It was very it was nice. It was awesome, and it had like views of Hawaii, the ocean, and of course all the people who love the guy. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. And and then the second one, and I know you could probably relate, is from the artist NF. I think it was I think it was the search, and I
NF?
yeah.
Oh, I love that song. It's a good song. He's such a good artist.
Yeah, I didn't know NF was a Christian rapper when I heard about him, and I was like, and everyone was saying that he was considered like I guess one of like many artists that would be compared to Eminem, because based off
Yeah.
his rapping, I was like, huh. So but then when you hear the lyrics, I was like, oh, this shit hits like it hits.
Yeah. You ever heard the his song called Mansion?
No, I don't think is that his new. Is
Oh
that a
my
new one he
no.
recently?
No.
No,
No. It's an old song.
because let
Um
me see. I'll tell you the songs I've listened from him. So it was The Search, of course. When I Grew
mhm.
Up, Happy,
Yes.
and Let You Down. That was the four songs
Hold on.
I had saved.
Hold on. Let me look up on my Spotify which one I have. So I have, it usually shows I have 11 songs I have from him. All right. Mansion,
Okay,
Paralyzed,
okay.
Let You Down, Lie,
Oh, Lie, that's a good one.
The Search,
Yeah,
Leave Me Alone, Change.
Change. I think I have not.
Uh yeah, yeah. The Search and Leave Me Alone, all the few songs I'm saying
Hmm.
are from the new album from The Search.
Okay,
Leave Me Alone, Change, Nate, When I Grow Up, I Miss the Days, and Why.
okay,
I Miss the Days hits really hard. And Mansion. Mansion's from the actual album Mansion.
okay.
Um, I think Mansion came out after Perception, but Let You Down.
Hmm?
But if you listen to Mansion, I don't know. It's just like it's it hits me because it's like in your head. He's about being in your head
Hmm.
and the trauma he's been through. That is all in your head and like why he is this way. And I'm
Okay.
like, I feel like I kind of relate to it. And there's a part where, I let fear come in and stuff like that. And he made himself comfortable. And I feel that. Like, I let fear come in and I can't let it go.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I can't let it. And like, I made this mansion, this in my head, a safe space. Like, that's what he's saying. I made this my safe space.
Oh,
And then
okay.
he's talking about like, and then all the writings and then he's talking about a room that he won't let anybody in, and it's dark and like I'm getting chills just thinking about the song.
Think about it.
Like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, like it's listen to it, I will cry. I would lay there and cry because I'm like, it's about being in your head and the trauma and everything in your life, and
Oh.
it's just like even with his trauma. There is definitely a song he has where he talks about his mom. I don't know if I have it on
The
here.
one like I'm well, I'm not sure if it.
And
I feel like
it's
the
about his
one.
mom. And he even cries in the song. Because his mom was a drug addict. And I
Oh,
kind of relate to the
I
song because
I
it's
feel
like,
like
why did you choose that over us?
I think I know
Like,
what you're talking about too.
like
I
that.
feel like
Yeah.
that name. I feel like I figure I know what the name is,
I
but
don't know if it's on Spotify or not. I don't think it is. I don't know.
oh
I have to
oh
find
there it is. It's Mama. It's called Mama. Like
Mama.
literally
Yeah,
called Mama. Like MAMA.
yeah, yeah. Um,
When I first thought when you were talking how you describe it, I thought it was let you down, but I realized it
that is
wasn't.
also that's also a good song.
Yeah,
You know,
that song
you can,
hits me more harder than
yeah,
IZ because I with IZ, like I said, IZ he was more it hits, but it was like comfort, comfort. Like here, let me take this boulder off you so you can relieve yourself. But it will hit me emotionally and mentally. But
yeah,
mentality wise, let you down hits me harder because especially with me as an older sibling of three, being the eldest of the family, where you had to take so much responsibility and stuff like that.
yeah,
And of course, you last thing you need to do is not let people down. Like that's the
yeah,
main reason for that. And the song,
yeah,
like if it hurts me so mental where literally want to cry on the outside, but my my inner toughness say like you cannot show weakness to because they'll take advantage of that weakness. So that's
yeah,
and like it's like you say it is like imprinted in your brain, and you just like it's like a trigger. It's like a trigger, and you just can't control it.
yeah. Like his songs talk about a lot of emotional trauma, and I
Mm-hmm.
just like kind of relate to it.
Yeah.
My other one was Evanescence. You made me think of it. My Immortal.
Oh yes, there you go. Yeah, my immortal. That was a good one too.
Yeah,
That one hit.
that's
That's a hitter like mentally and emotional.
my other song from Eminem, going back to my teenage years,
uh
before I listened to NF and hear about his music, it was like My Immortal, Everybody's Full, and then there was like a hidden sound like song
huh.
in the album. I don't know which one it is. I believe it's Fallen. The song's called Missing. It's heart wrenching,
Okay.
and it just takes me back to my teenage years. It takes me back to like how I felt,
Uh huh.
and it's so sad. Like even thinking about it, I want to cry. But like I think of that, and that's how I felt at the time. You know, I just a lot of my songs have to do with my daddy issue.
Well,
But yeah,
well, there's actually
and
there was another one. Like kind of like piggybacking the one you had was a recent one by Logic, and I think you might have heard of it. It was the saying this with caution on this
Suicide.
stream. The suicide hotline one,
The
the 1-800
the
one.
suicide hotline. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I heard that song too.
yeah.
That
I remember listening to that, and it how it kind of hit me, emotional wise, cause how a lot of like majority of my family members that I never knew, I could say, I think based off my knowledge from having conversation with my mom, I think it was like two or three people committed suicide, and I think one, I'm not sure he's still alive. I pray he probably is. I feel like the one that passed away was one that suffered PTSD because he was in the military and he hit a IED landmine and literally took one of his legs out.
mm,
So I'm not saying it's true. Don't go based off my word, guys. It's just I'm going based off knowledge of what I know, what based off what I heard. But but just remember hearing that song. Also watching the video. The video was very dark too. Like it got me very very like insecure because especially like like of the people I've interacted with, especially like toward like bisexuals, gays and all that stuff. And
yeah,
it was like an eye opener. I was just like, oh shit, I,
yeah,
like, and I was like thinking like racist is bad, but what about judging people's sexuality and stuff? Like I could that's a lot worse too, because people want to be what they want to be, and yet the world does not still don't want to accept them, especially in this day and age. I was like,
yeah. There's a lot of suicides with that too.
yeah, I was just remember
Literally. Yeah.
just hearing
Yeah.
that that song itself was very very emotional. And when I saw his live when I saw his live performance from what he did in the VMAs, the with all the all the volunteers wearing the suicide hotline in the back of their shirt, and it says, and I think one it had like their own personal message, some saying you're not alone, we're in this together, stuff like that. I saw that while they're crying. I was like, oh god, now I'm gonna fucking cry. So I was like, shit,
Oh
like
no.
like when I saw that, when they were paneling through each person, I was like, dude, I'm about to cry. Don't do that. Like, please don't do that. Like, it's a good song, but at the same time, I was like, don't do that. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna hurt.
yeah, but it,
You cry, I'm gonna cry. Stop, don't.
yeah. But it was like, I was like, but at the same time, I was like, I gotta control it because they're shooting a message, and message needs to be heard. So I was like, I can respect that. Yeah, it was. Oh god, that was oof. I'm telling you, but yeah,
Some songs definitely hit you hard, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. And I had so many like actually there was another one that I saved, and it kind of it kind of relates to me and my little brother. It was based off it came out from the Fast and Furious soundtrack. And it was and it's See You Again sing with Wiz Khalifa and Charlie
Yeah,
Puth. That song itself with the video I saw, of course they're of honor of Paul Walker, rest in peace. But the way how they portrayed it, where it's kind of like brothers,
yeah,
it kind of gave me that assumption with my little brother. I was like, because of course Vin Diesel is like the big brother to Paul Walker, and
yeah,
it kind of gave me that feeling. I was just like, oh god, like I was like, and literally that the image itself with both of them in the car, I feel like that's me and him. I was just like, bro, please don't, like stop, please, end the scene, please. I'm gonna cry.
Please, please, who put the onion in the room?
Yeah.
Who put the onion in the
who,
room?
who put the chile? Who's healed the chile? It's gonna make it cry. God damn it.
Why?
I've already
Put the
died.
onion away.
Yeah, but it was such a good song, but like how that song itself, it kind of like not only interpret from like a point of view for a sibling, but it kind of interprets where whenever we lose someone, it kind of gave me a good message where it's like you might be gone from us from this world, but don't believe that we aren't gonna see each other again. So I was just like,
Yeah.
it's like that assumption, but at the same time, you don't want to shed an emotion because how how it hits you really hard. It's like, I'll see you, man. I'm gonna see you.
Yeah,
So
I'll see you again, homie.
yeah, literally, and yeah. Oh my god. Oh shit, hang on. I need to breathe now. That shit hurts. I can feel how heavy.
Oh,
It's like this, like it's talking about it. Just it feel like it drains you emotionally wise. So it's it's such it was just a good song, and to this day
it is a very good song.
I would play it. I would still play it, but it just I try not to play too much of it, or else I'll just ball up and cry.
Aw. Yeah, like that's when you like talk about like NF, and I'm like, oh no,
Yeah,
don't
well,
do
like I
this.
said, it goes based off the question we said, so I might as well just
Yeah.
kind of let it out. So
NF, NF, no, no, trauma. Evidence is trauma. Like, if you want me to start crying, there is I believe, a country song that makes me cry. I have no relation to it, but I think the lyrics
uh
makes me cry. It's called Whiskey Lullaby.
lullaby.
I believe it's called Whiskey Lullaby. I think I believe it's what it's called. Um
Uh, by
Whiskey.
Alison Krauss and Brad Parsley.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I think I
Yes.
heard. I'm actually looking at the lyrics. A bit.
Yeah.
I'll probably read a little bit.
Yeah.
He puts
It
he puts him out like the burning end. I cigarette. Broke his spent his whole life trying to forget. Watch him at a time. Never could get drunk enough to get off mine until the night. Put the bottle to. Oh God.
he drank himself to death.
Oh. Oh.
That's what they mean by putting the bottle to the head. He drank him.
Yeah. As soon as I saw, yeah, and finding
And
dreams
her,
of
and then you
remembering.
have her, yeah, then
God.
it goes to her lyrics. Yeah. Even just like hearing that, I had chills. I had fucking
Holy shit.
chills.
That went deep real quick. Holy hell.
Yeah, it's a deep, like, and the lyrics is really deep. And I'm like, I have no relation to it at all. But like, if I hear the song, and it's such a slow, nice song too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I have.
it makes
I
me
think
cry.
I have similar to that. I think I said it. Oh no, I just said the band. I said the band. The two Brooks and
Yeah,
Dunn.
Brad Paisley. Oh,
No,
Brooks and
no,
Dunn.
Brooks
Okay.
and Dunn. Believe by Brooks and Dunn. The reason why I had this song on here was due to I remember mentioning this as I retracted to chat. I was saying this because a good friend of the community that we all knew by the name of Bruce Moore, Moore, was this very big African American man, very well guy, very old school, but everyone loved this man to death. Was very positive. He always gave such great advice, even to me when he coached me back in Little League. He died from he first had a stroke, was placed onto a machine to where I think his heart wasn't properly functioned. I might be wrong on this one, but it was to a point where like he was fine a second, but then they had to put him back because because he had that trouble again, and he just went away. He just they pulled the plug and he died right there on the hospital bed. But it was like that. But like it was like when I heard this song, the memories of just like remembering him is like coming back to me, especially like just seeing like a little me in in baseball pants and cleat in the glove and just him just looking at little me. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? It was just it was
Mhm.
chilling. Like you said, just chilling. It was just that you get that flashback. It was just I was like, oh god, like holy shit, what the fuck just
Yeah,
happened? But
really does touch you. It does.
and it's always country. Like it never fails me because like of course like with like Tennessee Whiskey, Good Time, Nico Moon, all these guys that play like these very great songs that make you want to like go to a bar and relax, have a drink with some friends, stuff like that, right? But then for some reason they hit you with like a slice of like something relatable about your life. You're just like, hey man, I'm here having a drink and you're bringing this shit into the mix, you know? Because because I read this, not read it, but I watched a video by Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian, right? He did a
Hmm.
special over here in Los Angeles in Dodger Stadium, the baseball stadium, and he said in his own words how country music is dangerous. Like in like when it comes to emotion, it's very dangerous because how he was saying how because at the time where where he had fight custody for his son at the time for his stepson and how of course now they like because he broke because his relationship with his girlfriend when he had Frankie and he wife took ended up taking the kid. He said he had to take his mind off and he was at and it was during the time of COVID. He was driving out and he was I guess he went to go for a drink or something like that or something like that. And he said how he decided to play country radio, random country radio, and how he said that in his own words how he was listening for the first time and he enjoyed it, but as soon as he was talking about some all the things that was relatable to him, like that it was relatable to him, he started to cry. And then the following song, it was pretty much talking about his relationship, and he literally said in his own words, like, "Hey man, you don't have to beat me down. I'm already down to this." He's like, "Don't do me like a dog. Just don't, please." So
Let me
he,
go.
yeah, he's just like,
Let me go.
please, I'm already down. You have to like destroy me, bury me." So it was just,
Yeah, right.
but it was like, I was like, but then it was that was at the time where I was like listening to like a good when I was listening to a good amount of country music, but then I didn't pay attention to lyrics until now until with that with Believe with Brooks and Dunn. I was like, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Gabriel Iglesias. I know what you're saying. They're being the
How
fuck.
dare you?
They beat the shit out of me too, man. They're bringing out the 12 gauge. They're gonna put me down for sure. So,
Not the 12 gauge.
well, hey, it's a country, so they gotta bring shotguns. They're gonna bring no pistols. What the hell?
It's true.
So I gotta
True.
put you down, boy. Boom. Just one and done.
Back of the head.
Pretty much.
Fucking
Oh.
back of the head.
Oh, but okay. We're gonna move from this topic, but there's one music that that's also scary with that's not gonna be public, but it was talked about in a podcast from Snoop Dogg with Gabriel Iglesias as his host, right? So I told you as I'm telling everyone here about banda. You had with the band. So there's another genre of music which involves with kind of like that. It doesn't involve the cartel, but it has lyrics talking about the cartel, and we call it narco music. the reason why that's basically what narco is basically the cartel in if in Spanish is narco.
Okay.
So and basically it starts off smooth with the of course the trumpets and the band starting up their own shindig. But the only difference is they add the addition of sound effects in the background. These backgrounds is basically the act, and it's actually a true. I read this in a report, like a newsletter. How their music was made. That they had a cartel member shoot, like I think it was shooting rounds of or AK or their pistols, shooting in the air like pop pop pop, like popping out like that. So in their music, and you hear it. So and majority of their lyrics is basically them talking about a certain member or who they killed or what they did, and they'll be driving in a nice Navigator, rocking a gold AK-47. Stuff like pretty much what they do in their daily business, and then and yeah, it was, and everyone loved it. Even not gonna like I'm just like gonna admit it. I also enjoyed some of it as well. And I even saved a couple of music on Spotify because there are some of it on Spotify. Like at least like I say a good 20% of the artists are on Spotify. So
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, and what's crazy in the interview with Gabriel Iglesias and Snoop Dogg, that Snoop Dogg without hesitation played one's music from like a random narco music on his stream or his podcast, my bad. And Gabriel Iglesias had to reassure him, like, do you know what you're listening to? Do you understand what they're saying? But he failed to realize that Snoop Dogg was a former gang member before he became an actual music artist.
Yeah.
So he kind of like responded with gang recognized gang. So that like just hearing that, if you were like surviving the suburbs, you hear that, you'd be like, holy shit. Especially if you're Hispanic, you'd be like, what the fuck? There's no shot he knows. But when you say it like that, hey, hey, kudos to you. So, but
Yeah.
but if it's kind of hard, like, cause I know a lot of people always welcome listening to different genre or different nationality of music, but you got like I remember this best. I remember telling a couple people, it's like it's best you tell me who the artist is, and I could clarify with you of if this is something you should listen to or this should not listen to. Like I remember listing a couple names, like for example, Vicente Fernandez, which is Mexican Elvis for us, Ramon Ayala, Chalino Sanchez, Los Tigres del Norte, all these people I'm naming, these are their content of their music is nice. It's very soothing, and because they always mention like they'll mention like their favorite place to eat, or they'll do a shout out for a loved one they recently lost through like gang violence and stuff. Like, well, they won't say like how they died, but they'll say like their names and stuff like that, like how rappers would do it, like rest in peace Snoopy, or or Big Ghost, stuff like that, but like their names. So, and what was wild about this though, my 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 pops, there was a song I had saved. I forgot who was the band that I had, but when I played that song, it triggered something my dad, and I was kind of confused on why did it trigger him, and then I had to ask him, like, "Hey, pops, well, why were you feeling the vibe for this song, or why were you singing the song?" And of course, he told me how the song. uh collaborate pretty much dedicated to his friend who recently passed away, who died to violence. I was like, oh, I did not know that, pops. He's like, yeah,
Very
yeah,
personal.
yeah. He's like he knew him from like I think he said he knew from like this uh neighborhood as a kid. So I was like, oh wow, I did not know that, and I think he told he like I remember he mentioned it to his family when I went to go see him. You remember like he was saying how they were just running around the streets as kids. They would go work at work at certain places while they were kids and stuff like that. I was just like, I didn't believe it was gonna hit you that deep, but like yeah, it's fine. I'm not drinking yet because if I was drinking, I'll be just be like just yodeling and this like be like oh man, I was like okay. Okay, pause. Thank God you're not drinking.
I'll shut it off. I'll shut it off. I'll shut it off.
Yeah,
My bad.
cause
My
that's
bad.
cause that's what yeah, cause I told you, baby, that when it comes to mixing music and alcohol and us, it's we let our emotions out. Like literally, we let everything out. like, like, like I had to do that with my dad. He did because there be times when my dad be drinking. We play Charlie. There's a song from Vicente Fernandez called Hermosa Carino, which is basically a song that talks about his kids, his young boy, his young son. Well, at the time, but now he's grown up. But when he heard that song, he was like, "Son, son, you know I love you,
Um,
son. You know I love you." I was like, "Yes, Dad, I love you."
just leave the room when that song comes on. You're like, ah, all right, that's my cue to go.
But the thing is, I couldn't leave him
Love you,
alone.
Dad. Bye.
But the thing was, I couldn't leave him alone because my my mom always tell me, look after your paws. When he's drinking, don't let him back in the house because that'll be rude to our guests. So I was like, ah, fuck. So now I'm like
Why you
babysitting
have to
my
take a long shit, Mom?
yeah
God damn it.
yeah. I try to do that, but she was like, all right, but be back. I'll be waiting for you. I'm like, really? Really? I have to freaking like now I'm on now she has to like take my shift and until I come back from my my restroom break.
That shit. Get the little sister go out with her. What the fuck?
They
The little
man,
bro
I
out there.
I couldn't. It was just too funny. But it was like I love you too. That no son, you don't understand. I love you. You see this tattoo on my neck? It tells you because he has a quote and it says for my sons on like on the other side of his collarbone. It says for my sons on his collarbone. And I was just like you see this son? Like yes, Dad. What does it say? For your sons. For my sons. I was like, oh my god, I can't like
Okay.
it was just too much to it was
Okay, man.
it was so much, but I was like, I was like, I know your intentions, Pops. I love you. I love you too. I'm gonna go sleep. You can't go sleep, Pops. Why? Because we have guests, and he can't leave them. Oh, okay. I'm gonna sit down in this chair and fall asleep. You can't do that either, Pops. Sorry, I can't. I don't know what to tell you, but you cannot do that either. Why not? We
I
have
just need to
guests.
rest my eyes. Let me just rest my eyes for like 2 minutes.
You're good. But yeah, it was. Oh my god, I just couldn't. But it was. But yeah, I there were times where I remember asking my dad, whenever I listen to Mexican music, I always want to know what the meaning of the lyrics they say, and then I realized majority of them are just like all related to their lives, the same as like with NF and them. Basically, what a time of their life that happened, or whatever person they did a good deed for. They always there's always someone involved that they give love to, pretty much, and it was very wholesome. Some were involved. We're saying like, oh, it's gonna be a Tuesday night. I'm gonna go drink some alcohol. It'd be like that, but in Spanish. So, so it'd be stuff like that. Nothing like compared to like when you listen to hip hop, they'll be like, oh, I'm in the club drinking, banging these honeys with 150s. with all his money, riding a Lamborghini in the streets of
Um,
Chicago or streets of L.A. Stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Can't relate.
Yeah, can't relate, guy. I wish I have a Lamborghini. I wish I have millions of dollars, but I do not. I'm just a broke boy from the suburbs. Just I wish I was a rapper. Not
Wish I
really.
was
I
a
do.
rap.
Not really. I do not.
No,
Like no,
no,
hell no. I seen
no.
I seen what goes down in the freaking. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
It's like I want to be a rock star. No,
No.
no,
Oh
no,
God. I remember. I'm.
no. Pass.
I remember here. I remembered uh watching a documentary about the other side of the rock and roll world. I was like, Jesus Christ, and
Yeah,
this is,
it's
and they do this
crazy.
and they just do this like on a daily,
Yeah,
especially when they did the one with the lead singer of Aerosmith. How
yep,
supposedly how he said he did like a pound of Peruvian. I was like, what? I was like, there's no way he did that. And then sure enough, when he was on was it Jimmy Kimball, when they did this little thing called fill your gut or spill your gut, where it's like a Russian roulette, but it was all nothing but bad food. And
right.
there was this one meal that he found disgusted, and he literally admitted it on set. He's just like, oh, I freaking snorted half of Peru. I was like, what? No way he did that. And this
Yeah,
and
they
you
did some crazy ass drugs back in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Huge
like, what the?
ones.
Yeah, and and you see how he looks, the lead singer from Aerosmith. He looks like
Yep.
he'd been sucked dry and it was still walking. I was like, dude, do you have
Yeah.
do you? I was like thinking, do you ever eat something or drink something? Like you gotta put something in your
No.
body, my dude.
He did so much. Even the 80s and 90s rockers did so fucking much.
Yeah, and I
Like drugs back then. Even like Elvis Presley days, they did shit backstage.
oh really? I did not.
Yeah, they probably did. They did shit.
Yeah, because I know the only one, like I said, the one I remember, like I said, the based off like documentaries. I remember like the best guitarist, Slash did it. Like he did some crazy
Oh,
shit
yeah.
back then, but he was a legend in his own right. Um, Freddie Mercury, he did some crazy shit. Especially besides his his second life, he had uh, making out with guys all over the country. And
Yep.
who was I was trying? Oh, the one singer from Guns N' Roses. What's the name? Fuck, what was it?
The lead singer from Guns N' Roses?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
him. I know he did some crazy shit, and there was another one. I'm trying to remember. Can't remember the one. Fully, he did some crazy pills. Uh, I can't remember but besides the point. Yeah, but yeah, besides the point, I remember those rockers. Just like I said, rocker were just wild from the '80s to the '90s. And I'm not sure how it is today, but it's probably mellowed down because they're getting older now. So
Yeah, a lot of them sobered up and a lot of them are still like bad with it. They
oh
still
oh
go into that addiction.
he did pills and coke. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh crap!
A lot of them did coke, probably heroin,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
drinking on top of it. Yeah.
yeah. You know how what person I was was so sad and didn't believe that he was gonna pass away from like drug overdose was Mac Miller.
Yeah.
I did not know
I
that.
didn't know he had issues with it. Yeah, I didn't know he had issues with it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing was, I think because there was a documentary I read. It wasn't a full documentary. It was basically like a short documentary. It wasn't like a big. It didn't have like a big beginning, middle, end. It had like a good, like say like a half an hour where they had to like. It was very descriptive, by the way. Like the person who did it, he was very detailed on what happened. Where supposedly when how he died was he I guess he was given, well, of course it was drug overdose, but I guess the drugs that was given to him wasn't meant for him. So it was basically a pretty much an order gone wrong, pretty much. He
Oh shit.
because he ordered some mellow, he ordered some like low key drugs. Like he didn't want nothing crazy because he was saying like he needs something to mellow down. He needed to get into the right headspace so he could work on some new projects for his music to like possibly release for his new album. And that's and of course all the song the song you heard, that was released from his new album when he after he passed away was all his new projects. That was all his new project he was doing when he was like stressing out from his addiction. Because I know he used to do weed, drink, and always smoke cigarette. He smoked like a freaking chimney. I know that's for sure. But what
Yeah, I
sucked,
heard that.
but what sucked though, and I know, and everyone could pretty relate, was that he was a nice guy. He was a very chill guy. He wasn't like he just wanted to live. He wanted to enjoy his life. Like basically from his motto, like I forget what was his motto. He had like a motto. He said like he said something. It was about life. He said he always like live his life to the fullest. He never let outside things prioritize him from living. Something like that. I'm not sure, but I could just tell just like from like his vibe and like his music, his lyrics he sings was always good vibes. And I was like, man, I wish I had a chance to meet him before he passed away on everything. So, but yeah, it was, and especially him for being a Pennsylvania native as well. I was just like, man,
Yeah.
like he must have like touched a lot of people. A lot of people probably don't like his music, but he had like that mellow.
Only way I found about him was the Flyers, Philadelphia Flyers had his one song "Knock Knock"
Yeah,
as like their like
yeah,
theme
that
song
was I
for the
love
year.
that was a song. I love that song. There was another one called Senior Skip Day. That song was. It basically was basically like it's basically like if you were like to skip out, like how I'm not sure if your high school had it, but there was like a tradition where if you were a senior, you had to participate in Senior Skip Day, like, or Senior Dish Day, pretty much, right? So where you just you could just randomly leave. They won't. Some schools could be very strict, but some schools would be like, go for it. It's your last day of school anyway,
I
so.
don't think we had it. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure they didn't care if it was like towards the end of the year.
Mm.
They didn't really care if you left early.
Yeah,
I don't think that was senior skip day though.
yeah, that I had that and I took advantage of it, but then again, well, I said I had no great regrets of what I did that day, cause
Oh,
cause during that day, myself and I think like four or five other guys, we said like, hey, I got some. We had like I think he had my buddy had like connection to get some weed, uh, and he needed somewhere to drop it off, and of course at the time I lived like at least not like at least walking distance from the school at the time, or still do. We said they decided to come over to my house. I was like, hey, let's go to your house, Chewy, and let's hit this. I was like, all right, let's go. So we left during, it was either between lunch or our fourth, it would be either before lunch or our fourth period. We left because we only had like a certain amount of time before we had to make our way back and go to our base well our kind of like our last baseball practice of the year, pretty much, or our last time, on the baseball field. So so we went. We actually we hotboxed the shit out of my parents' garage. Like it was to the point where when someone opened the garage door, you see all this smoke, like freaking Kiss was about to come out of the garage. Like it was a lot of smoke, just to let you know. It was a lot of smoke. So yeah, and I think majority of us were high as a kite. My my eyes were shot, and we had to run back to the school to go to the field, and we were like, I say 15 to 20 minutes late, like late, and but at the time, but until we got there, everyone was running because the teacher had to tell them, hey, your students are ditching, so they had to punish us, and we literally ran the whole entire time. And
Oh my god.
but the good thing was, before I got back, I had eye drops, and I just dropped like three drops on each eye, so my eyes was like clear. And my coach was like asking us, where you been, where you been. And as soon as they got to me, I was like, oh, I went home to go get something. Go ahead and go get something. I was hungry, so I made some bullshit excuse. I got out of it, and the other guys were mad at me. And I didn't care. I was like, I didn't care. I was like, I'm not gonna see you guys anyway. So enjoy the running.
Haters.
Yeah, they were talking smack to me the whole entire time that happened. I was just over here just, playing catch, fielding the ball, throwing the ball. They were mad at me. I was like, I didn't care. I didn't care. It was our senior. It was like our last day. So what's the point of you guys getting mad? Fuck, you got to run. You guys ran. What's the difference of me running? So, yeah, I'm not gonna ride or die for you. So, but
Gonna
that
get some weed, smoke it up, and laters.
pretty much. And oh my god, that like even the songs we were playing, we were all like, I forgot what we played. We played I think as soon as we were playing like there was this new band called Revolution, and we were playing this song called Santa Monica. Oh my god, that song with Bob Marley, like going back to back, we were just like, bro, we might knock out after this guy. Like I was like, dude, we need to stay up. We need to get back. That's how we were. We were just, it's like, dude, I can't even see you. Oh, bro, I can't even see you. So we're just.
There's like three of you dudes.
I was like, man, like, dude, you look like a freaking demon. It's like, am I? Fuck, I'm hardcore.
Hardcore. Right on, dude. The devil horns. Right on. Right on, dude.
Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, here's one more. Uh, what what song makes you feel like a kid?
Oh God. You feel like a kid.
Yeah, I'll go first. The song, the song that made me feel like a kid was the Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh my fucking God.
and
Who
the
let the dogs
and
out?
the reason why, cause my favorite show as a kid was Rugrats from Nickelodeon. And at the time, they released how they released the first they had released two. They had the original Rugrats, and then you have the Rugrats goes to Paris. And I had the VHS. Oh my god! Ow! Hang on. Let me. Ow! I say VHS. Ow! Ow! Okay.
Your back is hurting. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Was it the orange tape too?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Yes.
hurting.
I'm
I'm a
hurting.
fucking dinosaur over here.
Oh,
The fuck?
I got the prehistoric egg.
Yeah, I'm a fucking goddamn ancient fucking dinosaur over here. You're old over there, sir. The fuck it makes me, dude? The fuck that makes me?
uh, anywho.
Alright. You're lucky you cut out there. I didn't hear what you said, but you're lucky. You're lucky.
Oh god. Oof.
So that made me feel like a kid.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Wait.
know.
Well, I was gonna say, but no, I was gonna finish it. But when I saw that the when I finished the movie, because they had the music video at the end, but like the kid version, because they had the of course the R-rated version, because they had no ratings of it at the time. They just let it go how it was presented to them. But when they did it with the Rugrats, they put like scenes from like the movie into the mix. So and my god,
What?
and I can remember was just freaking the that one scene where it's like fucking dogs bark when them just barking and howling. I was like, oh god, what the fuck am I? What is this monstrosity?
Stripping balls over here.
Yeah, yeah, and I was like, god, but my god, I remember just that song. It was just, it was just like, and every time I hear a dog bark, I remember just saying to my mom, like, "Hey, mom, who let the dogs out, mom? Who let the dogs
Mm,
out?" It was
let
like,
the dog
I'm like, son, like, no, son, no, they're not letting no dogs out. It's, are you sure? Because I'm scared of those dogs. I don't want to see them. It's-
I want to see them.
yeah, because like literally, I freaking a dog bit me. I was scared of him. so,
Oh
so
no.
I like dogs, but at the same time, I do not. I don't want no one to bite me.
Don't bite me, please.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any, or are you still trying to find it?
I can't think of any. Like, if I think of songs and me feeling like a kid, I go straight to Disney music. Like, honestly.
You use Disney. You can use that.
Yeah, I use The Lion King. I go The Little Mermaid, Aladdin. Like those music songs, they take me back as a kid.
But
Hakuna Matata and
okay, but
like,
if you had to choose one though,
just one.
like
Ah,
like the one that's on repeat 24/7. If you had to like, if you like, let's say you listen to the first 10 seconds of it, you already know what it is.
it's the Lion King. Can't wait to be king.
Oh my
I'm
god.
telling you. I'm telling you, dude. It's the Lion King. Its whole self is like this. Like this brings back childhood.
uh
Like that's what I can think of. Like I can't think of like a song like that will remind me of a childhood memory or anything. Just like Disney is my childhood.
that's good.
Like that's all I can think of. Like no song like Who Let the Dogs Out reminds me of the Rugrats. Like I don't have a song in that way, so that I know of. But you said think of your childhood. My thought went Disney. I'm
Disney right
like
away.
Disney, The Lion King. Pick a song from The Lion King. Like any song from The Lion King, pretty much is it. Like word from word, the whole movie.
I mean, just the song, just like just the first Lion King in general was already a banger. Just from the beginning of the song all the way
Yeah,
to like um what you say, what of course Akuma Ta was everyone's
oh,
vibe
God.
song.
Yeah,
Can You Feel Love Tonight is basically everyone's love song.
yeah.
And then of course,
Mine's like Can't Wait to Be King. We play that in the classroom all the time. So
which one?
the kids don't have no idea what it is. I'm like, you guys have no taste, you know. None at all. No taste at all.
Well,
You know,
because their version is if it's not Frozen
Baby Shark.
or Baby
Yeah,
Shark is
Frozen and Baby Shark, Lumana, whatever that fucking
oh
movie is.
Moana.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh
Or the Trolls movie, like
oh.
that's their like you ask these kids in like 20 fucking years, like, what was the song that takes you back to when you kid? I'm pretty fucking sure Baby Shark is gonna be number fucking one. I'm telling you, Baby Shark is their fucking jam. Okay?
Like,
That's gonna be their fucking that's the song I remember when I was listening to when I was a kid. Like, yeah.
uh,
Put that shit on repeat. Oh, blow my brains out, you know?
you know what's okay? So we're now we're gonna now we're done with question. Now we're gonna just talk about Disney music pretty much seal it to end it. Um,
Uh-huh.
the song I remember two songs actually. Well, actually, I think this the whole soundtrack. I think it was a banger. Was the one from Tarzan with Phil Collins.
I knew that that's coming up, dude. You ever see that picture?
Which one?
The guys on the beach with the piano and it's on fire. And on top it says, Disney producers like, all right, Phil Collins, it's just about
Oh
this
yeah,
is the
yeah.
plot of
Oh
the
yes,
movie.
I seen that one. Oh,
You
oh,
don't have to go that hard
yeah,
on this song.
yeah.
And then you see a guy on the piano. He's like, Phil Collins is at the piano. And like
but
that is oh my god, yeah.
but what's crazy though, I feel like people who I feel like ourselves and everyone who grew up watching listening to Disney, it's like Phil Collins was meant to play jams for Disney. Like
Yeah, you
like
don't need to go that fucking hard, Phil Collins, but
yeah,
he's like,
but
yeah,
he's
hold
a
my beer, I will.
yeah. Like come on, like he was meant for Disney. Like I understand he has like other songs he had, but come on, you cannot he cannot say like, dude, if you ever be approached by your fans and they tell you like they know you from like the Tarzan soundtrack or Brother Bear soundtrack, like come on,
Right?
you like come on, you
You
paved
didn't need to go that hard.
you
Okay.
paved the way, especially a good
Yeah, right?
like one of like the good good movies like Tarzan of all. Like oh my god, like even what was like Son of Man, which is like oh basically like you're becoming a man. It's like yes, I am a becoming a
Yeah,
man.
yeah, from Mulan, yeah.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah,
god.
there is a metal like version of that song.
Oh, I think you have sent it to me on the TikTok. I
I
think.
think I said it, I seen it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I found it on YouTube. If I find it again, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I found it. It's like, oh, it sounds so good.
Mm.
And it's like the original, like almost so, but like metal. I'm like, yes,
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
That like I said. Well, I know, and I know now in today's world, I feel like any song that people grew up listening to, and they change it to like a different genre, will sound twice as better. But it's like you cannot beat the original. At the same
Oh
time,
no.
but at the same time, it's like I'll give you A for effort because you try to
Yeah.
make it sound like your thing.
Yeah.
Like for instance, there was the because I don't think neither of us have seen the live action of Mulan,
No.
but the
Uh,
song Reflection, sang by what's her name? Ah shit, what was her name? What's her name? I think that song, cause I forgot who was the original. Um, Christina Aguilera. She sang the new version of Reflection from the live action Mulan, and of course, I think actual Chinese American artist Leah Salonga sang the original, but I it's hard to. I feel like it's a hit or miss whenever you hear a different artist sing the original song,
yeah.
and
It's
like what's a good like I remember listening to both of them. They sound so good, but I feel like I was more attracted to the original than the new one. Like not disrespecting like the artist, not disrespecting Christina Aguilera because she's of course she's a great artist in her own right, but it just when you're trying to do something different, as in making a live action, I feel like you're missing a mark because for one, you're turning the animation into real life. So there's that one downer right there. And then two, you're trying to switch it up, which is not gonna fare well with the people. People were like, I like the
Oh,
original, I like this one better.
that
You
was
know.
how I was with Beauty and the Beast.
Yes,
Live
I
action
was just about to
movie.
say because
The
I
reason I like that movie because Emma Watts was in it.
Emma
I'm like,
Watts, yeah, yeah,
I love her. But I was like, the music and how everything was sung, I'm like, it's not the same
mm-mm,
people singing it. The words are different.
mm-hmm,
The everything is just so different, and they changed up the lyrics a little bit.
mm-hmm,
Then they added another song where the Beast is actually singing
mm-hmm.
when he wasn't singing. I'm like, what is this bullshit?
It's like
I'm
what?
like, he doesn't sing. When does he ever sing?
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm like, I was not a huge fan of the the girls in work fight me over this. They're like, I like the live action version of Beauty Beast. I'm like, I fucking hated the music from the live version. Are you kidding me? I was like, the movie itself was good.
Uh,
I'll give it that. But I was like, the music sucked. I'm like, I'm sorry. I grew up with the cartoon. Like, I grew up with the Disney version. Like, what was that lady? Murder She Wrote lady sang, the Beauty and the Beast, the actual song, Tales Old as Times version. Now
uh,
you got this other lady singing. I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
uh,
If you like it, that's good for it. But I was like, I grew up
like at
with
the same
this
time.
one. Like, it's hard. I never see the Little Mermaid yet.
I saw.
With the
Uh,
previews of it,
I seen
I
previews of it.
love the voice. She has the most magnificent voice I ever heard in my life.
I,
Like even that, like that, I was fine with
I think that's what
because
everyone
I
was
thought it was
saying. That was everyone
literally,
saying about.
part of your world.
Mm,
And when she was singing that, I'm like, she made it so much better.
mm-hmm.
Like honestly, she made it better. I had chills when I saw like the previews on YouTube, and I had chills. I'm like, she made it so much better. Like Beauty and the Beast looked like they just found a bunch of actors and put them together and hope they can sing. Like I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
They changed it up. Like I don't know. I don't know. Some Disney movies should just stay Disney movies, not live action movies.
Yeah, like, I remember listening to it and I was remember reading the comments and also like my point of view. I was like, holy shit, this is actually very good. Holy crap. Like cuz I know people had judgment on like the movie itself or like what's like especially like the person playing Ariel. Everyone had their like opinions on it cuz they
Oh
wouldn't.
yeah.
But when she sang that part of your world, everyone was like, "Oh, I fucking love it. Do not care. I love it
Yeah,
already."
I did not care, like, the skin color. I did like, I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait." I never seen it though, and I'm so sad. But I saw the preview, I was like, "This is gonna be beautiful." She has a beautiful voice. It's the whole point of the fucking movie.
Mhm.
Her voice is taken away. Like, that's it. Like, oh my
Mhm.
God. Like that's another like childhood movie of mine was The Little
No
Mermaid. Like
mermaid. That's fair. Yeah.
that was my movie. That was my movie. Who else in here was disappointed when the beast became human and was this ugly motherfucker? I'm like, can you go back to the beast, dude? Because I'm not feeling this blonde hair motherfucker right here. Like,
I was
who are you?
I was confused about it too when I first saw it in cartoon form. I when I saw remember when I saw him return to as a human, I was like, "Who are you? What are you?"
Yeah. A lot of the girls don't agree with me. They're like, "Oh, I thought he was handsome." I'm like, "Bitch, how do you go from brown hair to blonde hair?" Like,
I was just about to say, like, how
he
does
was mostly on brown. I was hoping this dark, tall, dark, and like light brown hair. I don't care if it's long, some brown hair. And he was like tall and muscular. No, he was
blonde?
this like, blonde, scrawny motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like,
I would like thinking, did Gaston switch over bodies?
yeah, like, hello? It should be Gaston being the like the dark hair, or at least the light brown hair going on. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's my whole rant. Like, the girls in work don't agree with me. They thought it was perfectly fine. I'm like, how you go from dark hair, brown hair to blonde hair? How do you do it? Like, I'm madly confused. Come on. I know this is about music, but I went off topic. I'm sorry, but that was my
Yeah.
little rant.
Yeah,
My bad,
it's okay,
Cat.
it's okay. But yeah, but I know like people like I said, I know myself and everyone who watches Disney religiously could be understandable of what you mean, like because it makes no sense. I could see why,
It
but
made no sense, but whatever.
yeah, but I
Whatever did.
yeah, it's Disney magic, you know. That's is what they're working with. It's like, let's get this work. No one's not gonna notice. Like 20 years later, why the fuck is he blonde?
Why is he blind?
Why is he not as rich?
Why? Ooh, what happened? Turn back time. Go back to the beast. It was more fun that way. You were more handled. Go back to the beast mode. I want beast. Bring the dark hair, the dark muscular man. Give me that. Give me that. Ah, now you guys see where my taste in men is. The dark, beastly men. The long
uh,
dark hair.
pretty much in short, pretty much
Hairy bitches. I like them.
basically I for her persona in her like list of like what
Yeah,
she's looking for.
exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah.
The only thing the only thing is it found under extra credit was it had to be spicy Hispanic man. So that was
Oh
her.
yeah.
That was
That's just added,
it. That
just
added
added.
it's like this man earned extra credits.
Yeah, the bonus stuff on the bottom. Oh, dark hair. All right, Hispanic and oh god, yeah, let's go. That works for me. I'll take the bonus.
Oh my god, man. Okay, let me see. Okay, I probably could tell you. I probably could say there's probably one melody from Disney that probably makes you cry.
What?
The intro from Up.
No,
No?
no,
Ooh. Um.
no. I rarely watch that movie because I was afraid.
Oh no! You haven't seen it? Oh no!
No, I've never seen it.
Then we're gonna have to do a reaction video on the first 10 minutes of it. Then,
Oh no,
yep, you're gonna have
I'm
to.
scared.
Uh,
I think I've seen parts and pieces of it, but
no,
it doesn't
you have
like
to. No,
it makes
you
me
have
go,
to. You're gonna
oh,
have to watch the
but
whole thing,
like
babe.
it
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
like no, it
Yeah,
doesn't make me.
no,
Okay.
we're gonna have to watch it. You're gonna have to react to it.
Oh, I guess. I guess.
Yes, I'll watch it with you. Don't worry, we'll suffer together.
All right. Bring
Okay,
out the tissues, I guess,
okay.
if it happens.
Let's see. This is gonna be a different. It's gonna be like another different topic. This is going off Disney at this point. If you okay, let me see. I could bet your favorite like your favorite couple. I'm just throwing it out there. You probably liked Eva and Wally.
Shut the fuck up. Listen,
Oh, am
listen,
I right? Am I really right?
listen.
Am I no? Am I?
They're one of my favorite. They were so fucking cute.
Oh,
That movie made me cry. Listen,
that.
that was a cute fucking movie. If you have something against
No,
Wally,
I'm
I will
no,
beat your
no.
ass.
I
No,
just.
I don't care anybody in the fucking comments or anybody in stream. I will kick your motherfucking ass. That movie was fucking cute. All
No,
right? Cute. All
wait,
right.
wait, wait. That I'm gonna take a guess. When
Not
Wally,
my
when
favorite couple,
Wally
but
shut.
they are up there.
Okay, and I bet Wally shutting down was the part where you got sad.
Oh, shut the fuck
and
up.
just Eva rushing to freaking save Wally was was the one you're like, oh god, Eva, save him.
Please, Eva.
Like, yeah, I can see that, and I don't blame
Oh,
you. I actually like Wally was actually one of many like new movies that I've enjoyed because I feel like, in honest, I feel like I could relate to Wally, like not completely, but I could understand his feelings because especially him like just like being alone, him just he was just doing his what he had to do, and when he gave him personality, he did become this very this
yeah,
different person that everyone loved. So I can see that.
yeah. I would tell you what movie, Disney movie, made me cry. I don't know, it was Toy Story 2 when they were about to go into the contractor or whatever
Oh
in the plane.
God! Stop! No!
They were
Stop!
holding
Stop!
hands. That was
Stop! I was almost gonna look. I'm being
and then when he gave it, I think his little sister or somebody, the neighbor or
the
some
the
kid,
neighbor. Yeah, the
his
neighbor.
toys or something like
Hmm.
that, all his toys.
At the end. In the
Oh,
end.
'cause
Oh
yeah,
God.
yeah, and he moved on. He gave a like because Woody found his place there, and
Hmm.
then Andy was moving on, and
Yeah, and
they
you just
became
hear
close
Woody
friends.
say, "So long, partner." I was like, "Oh
Yes,
fuck
and
me,
partner.
dude.
It's like,
Please, why?"
my heart fucking broke. I was
I
like,
I
no.
literally was like saying in the theater, I was like, "Fuck you, Disney. Why would you do this to me?" Everyone was
I
laughing and
was so
crying.
sorry.
Everyone was laughing
Oh,
and crying. It's like, I feel your pain,
oh,
bro.
goodness. So yeah, that one part when they're all holding hands, they're about to go. I'm like, I hope the fuck they don't. Like, I'm literally like trying to watch my sister's kids, and I'm watching the movie like, is this it? Is this it for Toy Story? No,
Yeah,
no,
that was my initial
no. This can't be
reaction
it for Toy
too.
Story. This can't be it for Toy Story.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you kids. I'm watching. What the fuck is gonna happen here?
Mm-hmm. I
Like,
that
but
was my
they were
initial
so
reaction.
happy. I was
Well,
so happy, but like,
what was fun?
it was
What was awesome about that? Because my little brother watched it with me. He was still like a baby, and he started falling in love with it. I was just like, "No, don't do this to my little one. He needs
right.
he needs
I,
this."
I was the one like you ever seen the when Toy Story I think 3 or something came out
Hmm.
and there's a photo of like me in the movie theater watching Toy Story. It's like when that movie with Adam Sandler when he goes back to
Yeah,
school, he's
yeah.
older, he's like sitting in a classroom with a bunch of kids like me at the movie theater watching Toy Story. Or you just kicked a bunch of kids
Yeah,
out of the
you
way like
could.
I see the first movie when it first came out. Get the fuck out of my way. I deserve this. Fuck you kids. Fuck your kids. I'm going in and see it first. I grew up on this shit. We were waiting for this moment to happen for years, and it's here.
It's-
Get the fuck out of my way. Like a grown ass woman kicking kids out of the way. See Toy Story. Get the fuck out of here. I would do that.
What's funny, I think I see ourselves like if we end up going to movies and we see like if we see something that caught our interest, like let's say they do a new Disney movie, but it has been in our on our zone, like let's say
Yeah.
a remake of Tarzan or a remake of Snow White. we'll be the first one there, and when the kids are gonna try to sneak
Oh
in, we'll slap the shit, smack the shit out of the kids to say, "Get away,
yeah,
get the grown-ups go."
bitch.
We've been here since '91, so get the fuck out of here.
Wally 2, motherfucker, I will kick your ass. I was here when the first Wally came out. Get the fuck out of here. I elbow some kids in the face. Get out of here,
You'd be
bitch.
like, I worked in daycare. I know how to treat this, how to deal with your ass.
Like, get the fuck out of line. Look, a cheeseburger. Go fetch. I'm gonna go watch my Wally. Ah, ah.
I feel like you went 2 years to eat the cheeseburger and go for it.
Yeah, I'm like, go fetch. Look, Baby Shark is playing over there. Go.
Uh,
like, like, I just,
okay,
it's
but okay, you won. Okay, since I want to come back to like what movie made you cry. Since you said Wally, there was one that really hits me the most, and it's kind of relatable. It was from the first Bambi movie.
fuck you.
That's mine. That's also my sad moment
Okay,
too.
I would say fuck that. Like, no,
Yeah.
I didn't ever watch Bambi. I think
No.
from that part of the movie, my mom was
Yeah.
like, "I we're shutting this off."
I wish I didn't see this scene, and my
Yeah, we
God.
as soon as the scene ended, my mom's like, "Ah, this is too dark. We are
Yeah.
shutting this off."
Disney did. I think that's what the time Disney did not know how far they're gonna take it, because they did. Because
Yeah,
I
it was
remember,
really dark.
because they did it with.
Even The Lion King was pretty dark when it comes
Yeah.
to like parents dying.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty
They
dark.
did. I remember they did with like I said, Bambi, Lion King, Pocahontas as well, and
Yeah,
also Snow White. That one scene where the seven dwarves went after the witch. You know how she was
yeah,
trying to push the boulder down on top of him, and you know how she was getting her last minute, like, evil laugh, and she gets struck by lightning, and the boulder
yeah,
falls in. Oh no, actually no. With the one that was darker was Tarzan, and when he was fighting Clayton, and he was chopped. He was like, I guess there was he dropped a bunch of vines on him. It failed to realize that one vine caught his neck, and yeah, he kept on cutting, and then sure
yeah.
enough, bloop.
It does get dark, and you just notice the dark. Like, yeah, like The
Yeah,
Lion King.
yeah,
It's some
yeah.
up.
But it
Like,
was like after those certain movies, they had to keep it more PG because they're like
yeah,
last thing you need is a traumatized kid. But like, hey, you could have done that sooner. We
like
all
Monster Inc.
we all endured it. So
Um,
yeah. So,
yeah. Like back in then, we're like, oh, it's a funny. Like they make like music. We're like, ah, music, it's so good. And then you grow up, you're like,
fuck.
this shit's fucked up.
Like
What the fuck is this?
like which one
Oh, fuck.
which one was it? Oh, Pinocchio, like the cartoon
Uh,
Pinocchio,
yeah,
when they have
yeah,
what's it called, like a kid's island or their own little space,
yeah,
and then you just see a kid just was it smoke this he was just smoking cigarettes, and to the point where every kid started becoming donkeys, or as we call them, jackasses.
yeah. Jackasses, yeah,
Yeah, but like, if you were to tell a kid that, they'd be like, "What's a jackass?" You'd be like,
yeah, yeah.
hmm,
And
you
then
know,
like, oh, I just had the movie in my head.
yeah, like yeah, it just, oh my
Movie in
god.
my head.
But I
That's
feel
fucked
like
up.
that's the only way. Like if you're like if so, like let's say you have, like for instance, like your like your nieces, right, your cousins, right. They were to say like, "What's a jackass?" It's like, if you don't want to say it into words, it's best you just show them a movie. At least that's I'll do it if I were like to have like have like nieces and cousins, like little nieces and cousins. They say like, "Uncle Chewy, what's a jackass?" He'd be like, first I'd be like, I question him, like, "Where'd you hear that?" And then second, I was like, "Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know?" And then I'll show him that, and
Really
then
funny. Well, no play.
oh my god,
This is our jackass. I'm sorry. Every time I hear jackass, my first thought is Hi, my name is Johnny
Johnny Knoxville,
Knoxville.
welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to Jackass.
Yeah,
Welcome to
I know.
Jackass. Like, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think the kids will know that one.
Mhm.
That's like 2000s MTV. You know, they don't know about
Yeah.
they don't know the lore about MTV.
Not yet. Not yet.
No, too
It's
young,
cool.
too young. They were too young for that.
Yeah. MTV's not even the thing now. Like,
Nope.
remember it used to be a channel 13 or something like that for
Yeah,
me. It
for
was channel 13,
I think for me,
MTV.
yeah, for me it was like I think channel 58. It was channel 58 at my around my time.
I think for me it was channel 13, I think.
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. There was I think I can honestly say there were a lot of good shows on MTV, at least in our time. Before I guess they changed it to something different.
they made it like reality TV and
Oh,
now it's like
all
not
reality. Yeah.
existing anymore.
The
It's
only
reality TV. It's
the only
not
good
music.
show the only good show you could watch was Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, I tolerate that. But like nothing else, like nothing's on it. And that it was a music. That's what MTV meant. Music television.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Like now it's like Teen Mom and
Oh God. 18 and
ridiculousness and
18 and
like
pregnant.
dating and pregnant and like some rich bitch,
Oh, what was it?
sweet
Sweet
16,
16.
like, and
No,
all
wait.
this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to TRL? What happened to the box? What the fuck is this? Like every morning before I went to school, I just watched MTV because they had played all this music in the morning. And that's how I discovered a lot of bands. And now it's like Teen Mom and Sweet 16 and Ridiculous and all this bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? What is this shit, man? What is this? Ugh, MTV doesn't really exist anymore.
No, it's actually
It's sad.
it actually yeah, it actually that went downhill from there. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because I know
I
this.
feel like after it became reality shows went on it, it really pretty much
Yeah.
went down the shitter. Well, on my end. They say when TRL started, but I feel like TRL was like more for music too, because they did top 10 stuff,
Yeah, that was
top
gonna
10
say.
songs, popular songs at the time, and they interview artists and stuff like that. And if you made it on TRL, you made it in the music industry or something like that,
Yeah.
because TRL was huge, so like,
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, it
but
was. Yeah, it's not the same
sure,
anymore.
I,
Well, actually, well, the show that we all that most of us grew up like watching were like kind of like when we were just barely growing up in our preteen days. Because I think because I remember the show. What? Let's see. I guess name you three shows that I remember watching as a preteen. One was of course, actually four. I could say four. Jackass was one. Uh, Rob Robin Big when Big Black Boykin, rest in peace, was living with Rob. Scarred, that was one I watched, and Pimp My Ride.
oh my god, Pimp My Ride. That shit was fucking
It
ridiculous.
was so dumb, but my
It
god.
was so stupid. I watched it oh my god, religiously. Oh my god, like a dumbass. I'm like, oh, what are they gonna do to this car? Like the what? They're
Did
like,
it?
let's put a dog's cage in the back and hang
Yeah.
it on this and give it a boom box on the
Mm-hmm.
side and let's give it some thrusters and look, let's do this to it. And you're like, it's a fucking Beetle car.
Did you ever think like do
Let's put a dance floor in the back seat. Like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck did they do that? But
did
okay.
I was gonna say, babe, did you ever think like you ever think it from their point of view, like, did they even like the car?
Right? They're like, oh shit. Like, do they get paid to act like that? Was it really their car? Like I don't
I
know.
wish I know. Like if it was coming out of their pocket, you're looking at a lot of money for that mod for the
Yeah,
all
like it
that.
was so stupid. I'm like, who wants a big giant boombox in the back of their car? Like, and they're like, oh, we tore out the seats, and now you have these new weird seats. You remember the back seat? You don't have a back seat. It's a dance floor. Uh, you can pull out a whole music system, a DJ system
Oh yeah, I
there.
seen that one. I remember seeing that one, but they were the best one they had did was they they turned his it was like a big minivan into an ice cream truck,
Oh my fucking god.
and they gave it like they gave it the actual like the frostbite like the freezing
Yeah.
flames and all that with the insulation cooler inside with the ice creams and all that stuff when an actual
Yeah,
register. He
like,
did
like,
all that.
this guy's like, I wanted you guys to change my minivan to a cool truck. What the fuck is this shit? You
Oh
know, but
god.
I guess he's like, ooh, I got my ride pimped out. I guess that's what you mean get pimp my ride is, make some weird shit out of it. I was so curious, like, what the fuck was this? What are they going to do next? It's
Yes.
crazy when they did a small Beetle car and they made it to
Oh,
something
the Beatles.
stupid.
I remember seeing that. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing to that Beetle? Good lord.
They pulled it up and made it to something totally stupid. They're like, "Oh, you only have a driver's seat right now?" I'm like, "Where's the rest of the car?"
Right?
They gave this new engine and shit like that. We're like, "Wait a minute, does it go with the car?"
I was just,
Like,
you know what's funny? I was about to say too, I was like, did they
there's a
change
plane
the
coming out the
engine?
back.
Yeah.
Like they changed the back and there's a
Mm-hmm.
plane coming out of it.
Oh
Where you
god.
like, yeah, it's supposed to be on a muscle car or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
They put that in there. I'm like, no way they could put that on a fucking Beetle. Please. Nobody. No. And they're like, let's put some flames on the side, make it look fast. Yeah. And inside, like, there's a disco party on the side. Like, what the fuck did they do to this car? I'll be so mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, just bringing a junk car, like, pimp my ride. Like, it's not even your ride. It's like a fucking trash ass car you have from your great grandmother. And you're like, let's do some shit to it, Like, whatever. Like, let's see what these idiots do to this fucking piece of shit.
Okay.
Car's from 1982. Like, my grandmother gave me this
Right.
car.
Oh my
Like,
god.
oh, what the
Okay.
fuck?
So now moving forward, let me. I'm gonna ask you to say a show. Tell me if you know it. Uh, Viva la Bam.
Oh, of course I fucking know that show. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I forgot because they moved to Pennsylvania. I forgot.
Yeah, duh.
I forgot his castle's literally
And Margera.
in the middle butt fuck nowhere in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. They made like a fucking skate park in their house.
Yeah.
Remember they made a skate park in their fucking house?
And April was
It was
losing
the
her
Monte.
mind.
Angel lost her shit. I loved when she was losing her shit with the stupid shit they
Yeah.
were doing.
All she was saying, "Oh my god!
Remember?
Oh
They,
my god!"
I don't know, it was him. I don't know, it was Steve or him, but it was
What?
definitely Bam. And they brassed himself, like put the heat metal
Oh
on
yeah,
the thing and
it
marked
was Bam.
himself.
Yeah, he brand.
And yeah, he branded himself, and it was infected. April's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. They were doing a skit where they went to like a ranch somewhere in the
Yeah,
south, and Dunn Brent was gonna brand him with the penis brand, and as he was trying to brand him, he kept on like flinching away from him. So and of course, if everyone hasn't seen the first Jackass, no, second Jackass, I think it was. He literally was there was a hologram, there was a penis brand, and Bam Margera, the skater, well, I'm not sure if he's still skating now, but they try to brand him, and they made literally he was trying to press it, but he kept on moving, so he literally made a hologram like a holographic penis, and then there was like one big half half a penis because
Yeah.
the sack was looked like it got cut off, and then
Yeah.
it went back for another one. Pretty much in short term, it
It
got
was so
infected. It
affected.
got
Like
so
that
infected.
was like my favorite thing was seeing April lose her fucking mind.
Yeah, and
Like she had it so above her head with them motherfuckers. Like she's like, Jesus fucking Christ. These
no,
motherfuckers are gonna give me a
but
heart attack. Like
it was funny though. Like whenever she interacted with like Tony Hawk and Johnny Knoxville, she was like, "Oh, they're such sweethearts," even though like they're menacing as all hell.
they're the one leading him to this
Yeah,
shit. What do you mean? Of
yeah,
course they're gonna be nice to you. They're guests in your house. The
yeah.
man doesn't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah. I feel bad. His
he
dad.
fucking bullied the stepdad or something like that. Was it the stepdad
I know.
or
I think his
something?
actual father. I think it was his actual
I
father.
think I don't
Yeah.
know. But it was so funny. He bullied him. April always lost her fucking mind every episode because again, like there's this build a skate park inside of the fucking house, and they're like, "What the fuck did
And
you
then
do to my
freaking, and they
house?"
make fun of his fucking his dad's brother.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's who
Oh
his
my
dad's
god, it
brother.
was too much,
He fucked,
man.
yeah, he fucked with him all the time. Yeah, I remember that show. Are you kidding
That
me?
show, cause I
That was another crush of mine. Are you kidding me?
hey, I was gonna say how you react
Not
to
now, but like,
it.
yeah, back then he was another one. I was like, he's cute. He's so bad. Look at him. Ah.
Well, well, the
Yeah,
reason why, okay, what's funny, I kind of like fault, like, for some reason was into him because of his what he did to this house, because you saw it, what he did, the design of his house was so
yeah,
awesome, especially when he did a tour from MTV Cribs at the time,
oh my god.
where he had like he was showing the upper room where he had the pool table with with his favorite band, him.
Yeah,
um how he had like a gothic theme on the first floor. It was just the first floor. He had the medieval knight with the red backdrop to go with the emblem, the logo for the band on there, and it was all red and black. I was like, I fucking love it. And then when you go downstairs, it's literally a pirate bar. I was like, man, I wish this was my house. So
yeah, right. You have different themes and different floors that like my different personalities.
yeah,
Like first floor goth,
yeah, they're
second floor puppy,
pirates. Yeah, like oh my god,
pirate.
it was
Like
so amazing. I was like, man, and then like what my favorite episode was, where they had like I think they had 24 hours to get, because they were in Germany, in Berlin, I think it was, where they had 24 hours of what was it? They wanted to oh, they were trying to get something from Berlin. They were trying to get they're trying to get like the whole Berlin experience. So they went to Oktoberfest to get a beer drenched peanuts, like a peanut drenched in beer, um some sort of bread. I'm not sure what it was. And then they had to go to Transylvania, where Dracula was originated from, to his castle to get his wine that he purchased from a connection. And he had travel from mountains and through a heavy snow to get to Transylvania in his purple Lamborghini at the time. It
Oh
was
god.
that was my favorite episode, because like they ended up getting the whole entire uh their little checklist with the animation, like rock style map that the MTV editors did on their end. That looks so fun, awesome. I was
I
like,
don't
oh,
remember that, but I just remember he just bullied the shit out
is
April
that
all the
April?
time.
Oh my god, April!
They just gave her a heart attack every time. All right, guys, I have a great idea this week.
Mm-hmm.
hearing what we're gonna piss April off about. Like it was
It
so
it was
funny.
either that or he comes with the idea on the spot while they're recording while it's live. It was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you little dirtbags! I have the greatest idea ever. we're about to
It's
blow
the
shit
skate
up.
park. Let's go blow some shit up. Yeah,
We're
in
about
the
to blow.
backyard.
We're about
And
to
they
blow this
both
son
like,
bitch up."
dude, it's like 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. Let's blow some shit up. And it's like April and his husband's trying to sleep upstairs. They're just blowing shit up in the backyard.
And then they just hear the
You just
bat,
see April get up. What the fuck?
and you hear Batman and his whole crew sound like devils in the background. Like, ah, ha,
Yeah.
ha. Oh my
And then
god.
oh my god, it was so funny. Or he'll come in like bully them or something like that.
Yep.
That's why I wake April up.
Yeah, that's
He'll
what.
come in with a
Yeah,
sword
just with
and
that.
sword
That
or something like that.
that's why I fell in love with like him and his with CKY and his like his band that
Yeah,
his brother was in. I was like, oh, I love this. I want like I was to the point where I was looking I was at a nearby Hot Topic at the time. I wanted to buy a CKY band what was it? A vest what was it called again? It was like a there's a word for it.
vest,
No, not vest, but it was what was the other thing called? Trying to remember the name the name for it. It was like so
wristband.
no, it was well I saw the wristband, but that's not what I wanted. But there was a thing where you could put on like your vest. It was like what they called again?
Oh,
A
patch,
patch. Thank you. Sorry,
like little patches.
I
Yeah,
was trying to
I'm like,
collect.
what the fuck?
I was trying to
What
buy
the
a
fuck?
patch to put it on my backpack at the time. Cause couldn't afford a vest. My mom didn't want to buy me a vest, so I was like, I'm gonna do the next best thing. I'm gonna put it on my backpack.
Yeah,
And I remember my buddy was cool enough to give me a misfit sticker, a misfit sticker, and I put it on on the handles of my backpack. And I remember I remember putting the logo of the him band, the heart with the little
yeah,
the star on my backpack. so so that's where the like, and that goes to show where my rebel jock goth rock
yeah,
persona was right there in
yeah.
high school because I was rocking that. I didn't, I never never had anything like like with like the lugs, actually the Birdman lugs, the fucking high tops.
Oh God.
Even though I wanted it for my birthday because I was gonna dress up as like a freaking thug with baggy Levi 501s, uh
Oh,
baggy shirt with custom shirt with my Bugs Bunny with a bandana shirt. It was like a shirt with a picture of Bugs Bunny with a Glock in one hand and money in his pot in his like
oh no.
yeah.
Not them shirts.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I'm talking
No.
about? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, that one with wearing where I live. There's a shirt a hat that people wear, where you're from. Mine's is like a simple W, and that's where I live, and it was red, so I was gonna wear that too. So yeah, I was gonna go all out. I tried to convince my mom, but she was gonna give me the Walmart version. I was like, I don't want the Walmart version.
I don't want the Walmart version,
She
Mom.
ended up buying me. She ended up buying me Converse and Vans to like kind of replace it. But then I was like, that means I had to change my outfit to a skater boy. And I literally wore. And I remember it told you I wore. I remember wearing skinny jeans at the time, and
Oh my
I
God.
wore
You
I
too?
wore a skinny jean. Well, it was considered like baggy skinny jeans, not like where barely was like baggy. Well, I like it was like high. I kind of put them up. You know how sometimes we pull up your pants, it has like it shows your high socks like underneath it, kind of like that.
Okay.
So I had those, but like skinny jeans type, striped, striped, Vans high socks, with what was it? Uh, it was either blind or independence, a corporation, skate brand, and then I had a Baker skateboarding snapback. And I remember buying Tony Hawk's skateboard from his Birdman brand at the time. And yeah, I was
Okay.
so
Jeez.
yeah.
Like our fashion sense changes during the years. I remember in the beginning of high school, I wore like light jeans and a nice shirt, and I try to do my makeup and I try to be girly. And
Mhm.
then you just slowly see me like get darker clothes and black nails and eyeliner, and I hate the world, fuck you, like black bandana. I wanted to dye my hair black, but my mom wouldn't let me. So I was like, my dark hair, I guess, is cool enough. I had like these, uh, remember the big flare out pants,
Oh my
the
god.
really motherfucking big flare out pants.
Like
I
fucking
couldn't get them,
I'm like
sadly. From Hot Topic, I could not get them, sadly. I mean, you could fit like 3 people in those pants.
yeah.
That's how big they were.
Yeah.
Um, I had a pair of these jogging pants, right? They had like, I think they're like, there's like a specific name for these kind of jogging pants. They had the pockets on the sides, right?
Mhm.
Where my knees was, and they were baggy, but they fit me right because I was a little heavy in high school, so they fit me right on like the upper body, and they were baggy. And on the bottom, it has like this scrunch thing
Mhm.
where it doesn't flare; it's the scrunches. So
Yeah.
what I used to do was pull that up and let the rest of the pants fall over, and they look like long
Yeah.
capri pants,
Company.
like baggy capri pants. And I had the pockets on the side, like the big
Oh
giant pockets on the
yeah,
side.
yeah.
I wore that all the time. I wore the big baggy black t-shirts all the time, right? And then I wore this black bandana with like red something going across with it. Like it uh yeah. I was a mess. Me and my one friend Carmen, we wore the same pants, but wore it in different styles. She wore it to wear it skin tight on her. It looked good on her. I wore it as a baggy pair of pants. Like I still had the studded belts. All right, studded belts, the rainbow studded belt and the black and white studded belt.
Mm.
I had them, and I wore that with the pants, and they were baggy. She's like, "We are wearing literally the same pants, but 2 different ways." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." Like, you fill it out a little bit better. I don't. Like, I got the cheap version here. I can't try these on. I don't like things skin tight on me. That's how I was. I wore a lot of baggy shit. I have to find that photo. I have to find. It was bad.
Yeah,
It was so bad.
yeah. I think
Oh,
I think during that high school time, I will just I remember just thinking about that because I'm also gonna answer like Sweet's question after this. I remember that was my thing too, cause I think that was like a style back then, cause I think like I was like trying to go for like just go for a weep style where I was gonna rock just like an anime shirt, and then wear some Vans, make it kind of like look like, kind of like almost still skater kind of guy, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I'm a jock still. But then it kind of like brought me back. Was like, I don't think they're still not gonna accept me for rocking a anime shirt. So I was like, I'm gonna change it. So I just kept on wearing. I remember wearing this normal like a like a plain shirt, like a pro club plain black shirt or a white shirt. Just like normal, and then I remember transitioning to just wearing like I think one time my uncle got me a long sleeve flannel, a long sleeve flannel, uh, with like red and black stripings, and one with black and white stripings. So I was like, all right. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna wear this. So I remember wearing my black and white striped flannel with some decent baggy, like not too baggy pants with my black Vans, and I wear a baseball cap. So I was like, oh, okay, I feel pretty fresh in this. Like,
I showed you the Converses I had with the blue flames on it. I remember showing you that.
what? Which one?
I said they were black Converses, but they had like blue flames
Oh yeah, yeah,
on the side.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
yeah.
I showed you them.
On the top,
Yeah.
the toes are, like right at top. Yeah, I had.
No, that part was black, I believe, or white.
Oh, oh,
The ones
yours.
were
Okay,
black, and then oh yeah, mine. I'm sorry,
okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
Mine are cool flames because people were complimenting like, dude, I love your shoes. They look so cool. I'm like, thanks, man. They're flames.
Well,
They look cool.
well, I remember there was also like a thing as well. Like I think it probably was the same thing with you, where you believe, yeah, your Vans were so plain, you just had to grab a marker, you just doodle on it.
Yeah, I used to do that all the
Yeah,
time.
I did it.
And then,
That's what I did too. I just remember just like just doodling, just drawing on it. Cause I was like, cause I remember one time I felt like the my blue, cause I actually purchased, my mom purchased me some blue Vans. I felt like they were super plain, so I just remember drawing on the side of the Vans, and the back heel of it, and I just let the front alone. I was like, oh, okay. And then if that didn't work, I remember just printing out logos from the school computer, and I remember just gluing it onto my shoes, just like just, just gluing
I
it.
didn't do all that. Like I used to draw on the front of my shoes because the what like I couldn't I wanted all black ones,
Hmm.
but they were always so more expensive than the regular black and white ones for some reason, the classic ones.
Yeah.
So I got the ones with the white front, and the one time I was at work and I made a checkerboard
Oh,
in the
oh
front.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was basically like the, because you, I remember people
I
would
made a
have the
checkerboard.
white,
I
a
was so
white,
bored.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a black marker
Mm-hmm.
or a pen. I don't know if it was a black marker or pen, but I made like a checkerboard
Yeah.
on my front of my sneakers. My mom's like, "You're ruining your sneakers." I'm like, "Well, I brought them. Who cares? Like they're my sneakers. Like let me have this moment."
Let me live a little. Why don't you?
Yeah, I haven't worn Converses in a minute. I can't wear them anymore, but
I need to
like,
buy some, because I'm like I'm flat footed, so, and those shoes are the only thing that would make me feel comfortable.
yeah, they were comfortable back then, but I'm not. Surprisingly, I'm not flat-footed, but they were so comfortable for me.
Hmm.
The thing is, when I bought them, they didn't have women's Converses.
Oh,
They
interesting.
only had men's. They only had men's Converses. So I had to buy men's size Converses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, they were cheap back then.
yeah, because
Then I got big DC bricks. Them these big DC bricks fucking shoes. Holy shit.
I
I
remember.
went back to sneakers and I went back to them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how did I walk in these? Like they were walking around with bricks. Like they were heavy as
Yeah,
fuck. Like
I had the black and white ones with, I had the Rob Deerdex ones, the black and white ones.
yeah, the big black ones with
Mm,
white DC on it.
yep,
Like
that
they
was.
were fucking bricks walking around in those bad
Mm-hmm.
boys. I'm like, how the fuck did I walk in them?
What's,
Like, Jesus Christ.
you wanna know what the funny part about that? I remembered I had to switch shoes because I remember my mom. I begged my mom to buy me Heelys.
Oh my god, I know.
I remember just going to school in Heelys, and when I got to school, I just changed shoes.
Oh my god, Heelys, not Heelys.
Yeah, those are my.
I never got Heelys.
Yeah,
No.
I had the. I remember my mom bought me the original one, and then we went to a nearby swap meet, and we bought the bootleg ones.
Mm-mm.
That was the best.
Don't be like it.
It was the best time.
Yeah, we did.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
I remember so many times.
yeah, we did do
I
those
always remember
races
so many
there.
times I always eat shit when I accidentally move forward, and I was like, It was
We
so-
thought we were so cool with the fucking skates underneath of them.
oh yeah, 100%.
Oh my god.
Well, what made it cool? But like, what was crazy about 'em, like I knew because I didn't know that you could like use them as actual shoes. I would just use them as transportation. I didn't-
Yeah.
Once I realized, I saw like, how do you cover these? And I saw like it had came with a like a patch to put the to put in the hole. I was like, oh, that's what you do. Interesting.
That's what you used this for. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was like, cause I remembered I had so many things like to carry. I had my backpack, I had my baseball gear, so I was like, there is no way I was gonna do the same thing. So I remember just putting my shoes in my baseball bag, and then when I get to school, like early in the morning, I just change into them so that way the the security don't say like, hey, you gotta change your shoes. And I'm like, I got my shoes right here. I can change them. Please don't send me home, even though I want to go home.
I don't know if anybody else do. Remember we got custom shoelaces?
Oh,
I had custom shoelaces for my DCs. Not custom, but you can buy different
you can
shoelaces.
buy shoelaces
I
at the
had,
store at the time. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I got this black with green stars shoelaces. I'll like, and then I got red shoelaces, and I put one shoe as black has black shoelace, and
Hmm.
the other one had red shoelace.
Oh, nice.
And I went to school with that, and the security guard there, yes, we had security guards at our school, was like, that means you're in a gang, right? I'm like, what? The mixed match of the red and black. I'm like, no, the fuck you talking about? I'm like, it's just a shoelace. What the fuck you talking about? It's just black and red shoelaces. Like, what do you mean? It means I'm in a gang. The fuck, you gonna report me that I'm in a gang? Do I look like I'm in a gang? Like, what? I'm like, these shoelaces were cheap at the dollar store. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
They're part of a gang. What
Uh,
are you talking about? That was
yeah,
weird.
I had that incident happen before. Well, the only crazy part was that I had to tell them like, I'm actually part of the school. I'm actually in a baseball program. Because the thing was, I was, you know how like there's always certain students that always like show school pride. They always show like wear the same like the colors of their school. Well,
Right.
our school is basically red, white, and black. So and majority of the majority of the kids sometimes will like just rock the colors because it's like, hey, our school is red. So I was like, hey, we can rock red because red's a nice color. I remember one time, and this was one time it happened to me. I had and I guess for some reason they didn't see it because I had the school keychain that my mom got me. For gave me like keys for the
Yeah.
house and stuff like that. So I had it in my back pocket. I was wearing a red Washington National hat with a plain red shirt um with a white underguard under my shirt, so that way because when I sweat I don't want my shirt to get messed up. And then I had a freshly new pair of red Vans, like fresh. And I was just walking casually to school, like my mom business. When turn up the security stopped me, is like, "Hey, come here. We need to have a talk with you." Yes. Can I help you? Like, what's your name? What's your address? And who do you know? I was like, what? Like, who do you know? Wherever do you mean? Like, you're rocking a lot of red today, aren't you? I was like, yes. is it like school pride? You know, showing love to my school. Like, are you sure you're not in no relation with with a gang? What? No. What makes you say that? Like, I'm telling you, we're just looking at you, and you're rocking a lot of red today. Okay, and your point? so,
So weird.
so they kept on questioning me, and they literally like, and I think there was one time where they asked like, "What's my parents' name?" and see if they recognized them. I was like, yeah, like this is my mom's name. She graduated school around around 89 or like 89 90. Like she's a nurse. Like what the hell? You know, like your father? Because I last thing I want to tell my dad, I like say, "Oh, my dad's an immigrant. He crossed over. Uh, shit. you know,
Uh,
I don't want to say all that, but
you got me there, guys.
uh,
You got me there.
yeah. So, but then I had to say, like, I had to tell him, I was like, but I could tell I'm in a baseball career. I'm not in no gang. You need call my coach. Who's your coach? Coach Gonzalez. Call him. And of course they call him and stuff like that. And then sure enough, when I had to go to practice, the coach stopped me. It's like what happened, Joey? Like why did he stop you? It's like they thought I was affiliated with gangs. And then he questioned me. I was like, "Are you?" I was like, "No, dude. I go home, do my homework, come to school, play baseball. What else is there for me to do after school? Nothing. Besides the freaking, my mom gave me $5 and I'll go McDonald's buy myself a freaking McChicken and fries. That's it.
Get myself a Happy Meal. What the
yeah,
fuck are you talking about,
yeah. Like
coachy?
I'm hungry. Shit, I'm dying. I need food. You freaking make us run every day, so I'm dying. I need food. so
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
but at the time, that's when we had we our school at the time we had gang polices. We had no secure. We had security, but they believed security wasn't gonna do shit, so they had a couple of volunteers from the police department and of course the gang unit watching over the kids. And oh my god, it was fucking hectic. I It was so bad to a point where the coach had told us like, okay, anyone who's they well actually it was every kid who's participating in sports had to wear like any clothing involving the school. Like if you had a jacket that said, you know, the school name, like the sport you play, like, you know, baseball, football, soccer, you name it. You had to wear it in the premises. Or else if you were just wearing just a normal, like wearing regular clothing, they were gonna stop you and question you for the whole, pretty much for the whole entire time they see fit, until they know who you are, pretty much. And my God,
Oh,
it
jeez.
was so bad. It was so bad because I guess after when I think it was like way before I left. Apparently they arrested like 6 or 7 kids that was involved with gang affiliation. Um, three of them,
Oh,
3 of them were involved, was a part of a blood gang, and then some were involved with the Crip gang.
oh,
So
damn.
yeah, over here in California, you had the Bloods and the Crips too. So
Yeah.
yeah, and you know, they had that, but at the same time, it was like lots of segregation, but it wasn't like gangs or anything. It was basically you know, they had segregation with sports. We had our own posse. Football had their own posse. It was stuff like pretty much like things in the like you see in like high school, in movies in high school, except instead of racial stuff, it was like segregated by like you roll with the band, you roll with the goths, you know, stuff like that, like those types of
Yeah.
groups. Yeah, it was so bad. Oh my god. Whew.
Hated
Yeah,
that.
it was crazy. Okay, okay, so on that note, guys, we are gonna end the podcast. I would like to thank my girlfriend for joining in. It was a great
Mhm,
time.
mhm, mhm,
no,
mhm.
and don't worry, she's gonna be around for majority of the podcast I'll be doing. So don't believe that she's not. Don't believe like, oh, we're not gonna see her anymore. You are gonna see more of my girl. We're probably might
Damn right.
we're gonna probably have like more guests pretty soon, but I'll have to figure out
Ooh.
some dates that we will have to make so that way, all parties will be involved in all that stuff. But yeah, I appreciate for you coming in. I'd like to give a noble shout outs to Azure Azure Koi for the follow and Peach Bobby, or is that Babby? Peach Babby 042 for the follow. I also appreciate you guys.
He's
Sweet.
gonna lock me up back in his closet, guys.
Oh my
Send
god.
help.
Oh my god.
No.
You,
The closet.
you calm down before I put you in the horny jail.
I'm already there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anywho, much appreciated. Let's see who's currently on right now so we can rate out too. Always playing like Kim is playing Alia.
Who? Oh.
Kim for the day playing Palia. Sea of Thieves, some Pokemon. A lot of people on. Actually, we are gonna show support to Kim because she is pushing for partner. So let's go show some love to Kim for the day. She is a variety stream. She's a variety arts and crafts streamer as well as a gamer. And also, before we forget, if you guys ever have a chance, make sure you check out my girlfriend. She's also a variety streamer. She plays Dead by Daylight, and Overwatch. Make sure you check her out. Also, she's a platinum. Anywho,
No. Lies and slander.
Okay, let me bring up her. But yeah, make sure you check her out. And of course, I appreciate everyone for coming. I will be able to. I should be able to post this on YouTube. I just gotta fix some editing parts for it. But yeah, once I fix all that, you make sure you come check it out. If you guys want to check out my socials, my Instagram, my YouTube, of course my TikTok is all gonna be in my channel page. And yeah, appreciate you guys coming in. So let's
Bye, everybody. Mwah. Love you
okay,
guys.
set you guys up, and there we go. All right,
Deuces.
everyone. Deuces, everyone. Stay safe. I love you guys. Prayers to everyone. You guys have a lovely weekend. I should be on early for an early stream, and then of course I'll be hanging out with my girl for the rest of the day. But yeah, as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Woo woo.